Never heard of it. Just a video service.
Oops.
So we are live.
Wait a minute. There we go. I muted it. Now I will go to Facebook. Okay. Well, let's make this not private. I've never used this before going live, so okay. Done. Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Couple of golf clubs going out the door.
Nice. Okay, let me check. Why does it keep coming up private? I just made it live. Oh, there we go. I put up a video today of some California postcards I have for my inventory.
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess later I'll try to do my June sales. And right now there's only one watching.
And that would be you.
Yep.
Because I don't even see it on. Am I even subscribed to you?
I think you are.
Why didn't it come up on my subscription list? What's your YouTube channel name?
Swag Maven.
Huh. No, I'm not even subscribed to you. Now I am.
Okay.
I I'm your newest subscriber.
Yes, you are.
Did you post the link in
Yeah, I did.
the groups and everything?
Yep, posted it in our group. So what you working on today?
Pens and pencils.
Oh yeah, that you got yesterday. That was a good deal.
Yeah, it was. I've already listed about $200 worth, and I'm not even halfway done, and I still got to get to the $200 pen.
The Parker one.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle says she's in with us, but only in spirit, because I think she's going to have breakfast.
Well, there you go.
I got unsold. They're actually auctions that just ended. How many do I have now? 20.
LA writing pens have as many models and styles as
My dad was a funeral director, and we ended up having he had so many pens of different funeral homes that he'd go to. Nikki said she tried coming in, but it said it wouldn't work for her. She allowed her camera and mic, but it still wouldn't work. Well, now there's 3 watching. Okay, 1 postcard up and 19 to go.
Yeah, I imagine those postcards can get never ending.
Hey, Glenn.
Glenn.
How's the weather by you, Glenn? Did you guys survive?
No, he's dead. That's why he's in the chat.
Okay, Glenn, I sent you a link if you want. Okay. Nikki! Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Just hot again today.
Oh. But at least you're not mowing, right?
No, I'm not mowing. Not today. Just hanging out at my daughter's.
You look tired.
Yeah, I am. I haven't taken a shower yet. I gotta go take a shower. Yeah,
So
I don't know why. I don't know why this didn't work before, but now all of a sudden it's working. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because usually with Google Hangouts, if I go out of the screen, it turns my camera off.
Yeah, now it turned you. It just says your name, but that's okay.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You gotta invite me in or something like that. Well, I see my face.
Hey,
I
Glenn.
get this name, Yeah, I get the old link. Whenever you sent the message, I get the link below it, and I guess it's from another old show or something. And said, "You're the only one here."
Whoops.
You need to go back and delete the old stuff.
Yeah, this was the first time that I used this. So
Yeah, I need to sign up for Stream. What's it called? Stream something plate or what is it?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. Yeah, I got it on my computer at home. Whatever, I wrote it down. So yeah, I haven't floated away, but it's raining more now than it was during the storm. Actually,
How's that going for you?
I mean, it's like you said. If anybody that watches the Weather Channel, I hate to say, you don't need to be watching it because they tell so many lies on it. About weather, levees breaking or going over the water, and it's actually inlets connected to the levee and all that. But they're even talking about that in church. Pray for the people that don't know what they're doing on the Weather Channel. And all that. But like I said, what scares me, everything around here in North Baton Rouge is big from backwater because basically the major canals, that lead into the rivers. And they're talking about the river being at a record high, but they downgraded all the numbers, and all that. So, but still, they're talking about like maybe even Tuesday not feeling the effect to the backwater. Because man, you can have a beautiful sunny day, and all of a sudden you got water rushing down the road because all the creeks are backing up.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I remember some, like I said, backwater issues when it flooded and all that. And it was like 2 or 3 days later, after the rain and beautiful weather, and you just got this water coming.
And it takes a while for all that to dry up. For it to go back down.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially if like to go back down if it doesn't have nowhere to flow. Because like I said, the Mississippi River right now is at the highest it is in a long, long time. I got like one canal. I was talking about Hurricane Creek. It leads the back part of it leads into the Mississippi River, and the other part goes to the Comet River. But the part that goes into the Mississippi River now, it's already up to the not maybe 4 feet from the top. These giant canals, concrete canals. So if you get more rain on top of that, it's going to flood over there.
And that was also really scary with Katrina too years ago.
Yeah, that was like 2005. That wasn't bad. I think Ghost off after that because like Katrina got left side and right side of the storm. Katrina, we had wind here. Never did rain hardly at all. But when you had a month later, you had Rita, which hit Lake Charles area. The storm was on the other side of us. So we got the right side of the storm, which had all the rain on it, basically. So I lost some items at my warehouse because their roof leaked. And I had these giant cat buckets, 5-gallon pails. I had merchandise in them and all that, and they just filled up. So when I went in there to check it, all my, I had like 8 buckets probably, all of them had water in it. Holding my merchandise, So I had to basically throw the merchandise away. If I had room, I would have let it air dry, rebuilt it, and sold it for a little bit. But it was just too aggravating. It's PETOs. I just threw it in their trash bin.
Yeah, I was still in Florida when Sandy hit up here,
Right.
and it was really bad.
Right.
And then finally, when I came home a couple years later, me and my mom went over by the water, and I mean, you could see where the salt water had come up and
Right.
totally like killed all the bushes, the
Mhm.
trees.
It probably probably sandblasting the stuff too. Probably, I'm not sure that that's
Yeah.
affected that or not. But what's weird about Sandy, that was sent the week down here, the week before the Alabama LSU game. One of my customers worked for CBS, and he was a cameraman. He operated the camera goes up and down the field. But they usually get there that Wednesday and prep everything beforehand. So whether you do everything, lay out cables, they got the three giant trucks there and all that on the broadcast. But one of the guys was from that area, the New Jersey area or New York area, was one of the cameramen also. Well, he had to fill in for a spot, and so we were supposed to go go-kart racing in Florida, him and some of the other CVS guys. And he called me up, hey, just come out here and hang out with me. I'm not going to be able to go out because I'm filling in for the Hurricane Sandy people. You were showing me photos already, stuff that the guy was going through, trees down and all that in his yard and all that.
Yeah, there's still houses from Sandy over by the water that are just abandoned.
Right. That's the same thing here too,
Yeah, they just. And then there's other ones where they just took the house and
bulldozer it.
Well, they bulldozed it, but some of them they took it and raised it because
Yeah.
it's like some of the houses out by the water, they have basements.
Right.
So it's like, those were totally destroyed.
Yeah. Well, right down this street, we had like 2 foot of water, but further down they had like 4 to 6 feet. Out of all the houses, only one house raised up. Now he probably might have got a government grant to do it. He might have been a homeowner. Versus most of everything up and down this road is basically rentals. So he might have been a homeowner and got a grant because he raised it like 4 feet, which is crazy. Like you figure, like it's already built on cinder block, which is basically about 2 feet. He need to add another probably 3 feet, look like it to it. So he's got a 4 foot porch, on a, all that. So he doesn't want to get flooded again, probably. But they raised the house, put it like back up on those 18-wheelers and jacked it up and put cinder blocks all around it,
Yeah, that's good in your country. Getting up off the ground.
But like I said, if you go that high, I wonder if you just go up a little, go up to like 6 feet, build you a good basement, or like a small garage, and all that, just build a house up. But like I said, it's real close to the street too, kind of maybe with like 20 feet from from a 4-lane highway, basically. So.
You could see here where the water had come up to like halfway on the first floor.
Right.
So you knew that like there was water inside the house.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. Well, like in 16 when it flooded, a lot of people when they woke up that Saturday morning, whatever, they're getting out of bed and they pick their feet on the ground, don't realize they got water in the house, and they got water up the middle of their leg,
Oh my gosh.
So Todd, you're pretty much you're kind of safe from hurricane. Are you more inland?
He gets the after
Yeah,
effect.
we're like, if you did a straight shot, we might be 250 miles from the Gulf Coast.
Oh, okay.
But that's still close enough to get wind damage. But this was this wasn't even a Category 1 really. Technically, it downgraded tropical storm, but on my weather app, it's showing 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds all day, but it never got nothing close to that. Now they might have had a couple of gusts and all that, but I know like ESA or Tiffany in Alexander, she went to Texas, and they were saying maybe 50-mile-an-hour winds at the most up there. People down here aren't going to move for 50-mile-an-hour winds, But you can have a 10-mile-an-hour wind that uproot a tree because it's too soft. But I probably wouldn't have left, But when you got like New Orleans, you got a Cat 5 or Cat 4 out there. By the time it gets to Alexander, yeah, it might be 100-mile-an-hour or 70-mile-an-hour winds when it gets up there. And then I would probably leave, go east or west depending on the track of the storm. But I think Land Shark Picker and Scott probably got more rain, I bet, took at the beginning of the storm than we did here. Because I was looking at the news and it was showing parts of Alabama and Mobile getting a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Because of the bands of the storm. Because like a hurricane can be 300 miles wide, and you can be like, one side of the storm. I remember Mississippi having hurricanes before. That day, you talking to people, say, yeah, it's storming here, and it's the most beautiful day there is in the whole year. The day of a hurricane that's 200 miles away.
I know when I lived in Florida, we had way more hurricanes that would hit than up here in New York.
Right.
Definitely.
That's
the path it was.
It was right almost on the Gulf. It was right there, that Georgia, Florida line, this storm here. And it just, boom, becoming tropical depression. It didn't come from Africa or like way down the Gulf. Say, hey, we got a week to get ready. It was like, oh, by the way, the tropical storm, you got to, New Orleans got hit hard, Thursday. They got like 8 inches of rain, and parts of New Orleans flooded that never flooded in 50 years.
So what do you get, Nikki?
I'll keep my cold weather.
Do you ever get, you don't get hurricanes, but do you get like tornadoes and stuff?
We don't usually get too bad of rain. Like we used to laugh at flash flood warnings because Duluth is a hill, and so we used to kind of laugh at flash flood warnings. But about 6-7 years ago, we ended up getting flooding. The water came down the hill and washed a lot of stuff out.
Wow.
And that was pretty bad. But the people on the river mostly got hit hard with their houses. And because everybody around here laughs at flash floods, nobody had insurance. Not very many people had insurance. Now, what was it last year? My road got flooded out a little bit where I live because I live on a hill, so my house is fine. But down the hill from me, there's a low spot on both sides of my house and on the road, and so we couldn't go anywhere for a couple days. But other than that, I mean, normally, out in the country, sometimes like roads and stuff or people's yards will flood a little bit, but really nothing devastating, nothing that, sitting at home a couple days or something maybe, but other than that, usually we don't have any problem. We don't have any problems with that.
Be trapped. I know the same thing happened here, like parts of Denham Springs that, basically was 90% in the water, but some people didn't flood at all. But they said, I stayed home for like 4 days because I couldn't get out of my neighborhood. But I was high and dry, which I think for that. But, you feel guilty when a person across the street got 4 foot of water in their house, and you're sitting there, dry.
And everybody has recovered from that flood, that big flood. I know there's, they pretty much, I mean, like our zoo got flooded and there was like a sea lion out or a seal out on the street, and some like goats and stuff had died from the flooding. They didn't get to them fast enough that time. But otherwise, everybody's pretty much, it cleaned up pretty fast. Everybody got everything cleaned up pretty fast. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know there was a problem until I drove into town that day and went to even the route that I take wasn't devastated. There was a couple things that were out of place or whatever. And I was like, whoa, look at that. And then when I got to work, everybody's like, oh my God, we got to close down early. People got to get home to their houses. They're flooding. And so I went back. I went back home, just took the day off because everybody's like, yeah, we got to have a day off. Like, all right, I'll take the day off.
Yeah. Oh, it was like yesterday.
And then I drove around and realized how much bad stuff there was. And last year when my road flooded, it's a dirt road, so both sides had washed away quite a bit, but they built it up right away the next couple days. So I don't know. It was all good. Yeah, you guys all laugh at me about my cold weather. I'd take my cold weather over that flooding any day.
And over this heat that you're having.
Oh, yeah, I can't handle this heat. Oh, my God. It's like, I don't even know what it is today. I think it's only like 80.
Hi, Angie.
And you guys probably laugh at me because I'm like, oh, my God, it's 80 degrees.
Yeah, I think it's 80
That's
now.
hot
That's cool
for me.
We pray for
see here. I guess it's only 77.
You're not used to that hot weather.
It feels like it's 100 degrees. But we do have humidity today, so that's probably why.
Glenn, Angie wants to know if you're flooded.
If what?
I'm trying to pull the top up shut. Was Angie asking?
Yeah, Angie wants to know if you're flooded.
No, I'm still here. I'm at work, actually. If you see this behind me, I'm at work.
Hi, Angie.
Hey, Urban.
Hi, Urban Viking.
I like this StreamYard.
Super
Like
cool.
on the StreamYard page itself, the YouTube chat comes up on the page, so I don't have to have my phone on in the chat, which is cool.
So remind me again, why is everybody like not going to use what Google's going to be putting out?
I think it's supposed to be just for business meetings, and I think there's going to be a cost to it. There doesn't seem to be like details about it, so I don't know.
Guess we just got to adapt, hey? But it sounds like this and Zoom you have to pay for too if you want any.
Well, StreamYard, I haven't used Zoom by myself, but StreamYard, you can have five. You can invite 5 people, including yourself would be 6 that you can have on for free.
Well, that ain't going to work for the morning show because there's usually more than 5 people on there.
Yeah, no.
And I think the Zoom, the Pro version, you can have up to 99 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
so why isn't everybody just going to OBS? That stream, what's it called? Streamlabs.
That takes up a lot of power.
Oh yeah, I think the Zoom and
both
this.
of my laptops, I can't.
Oh. I just haven't really looked into it, so.
Well, does anybody have anything going out Monday?
I have one. I have a bracelet from Etsy that I sold so far.
Yeah, I got 4 of them. I had like one going out Saturday. And I'll turn on my phone. I got 3 going out on my eBay for work, and 1 for my eBay for myself, and all that. And the one was the original. I saw the one Saturday. I emailed, "Hey, we're going through a hurricane right now. It might be a few days before I can get you out." And I went and changed everything on my personal one. My personal one went to 5 days. My work one I put 10 days, and all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, if the power's out, I mean, like you said last time, they had 2 foot of water further down. You need a boat to get to the post office.
Yeah.
So, wait to hopefully I'll watch the canals and all that, but I'll get all this out Monday for sure. That's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to get it together. That way, if the water does come up.
Yeah, I got like 5 orders this weekend for different stuff.
Well, Todd, you just sold some golf clubs too.
Yeah. Golf clubs.
I have 6 going out tomorrow.
6?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That's good, Nikki.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of my 4, 2 of them are actually GSP too.
Do you remember how to use packing tape, Nikki?
I don't know. Shut, Deb. I had a couple go out the other day and a couple before that.
See, you're selling stuff.
I'm starting to list again, and yeah. I'm just really, really being careful with my inventory because with mowing all day, I don't have time to look for stuff.
Yeah, to go look.
So I have to be very, very careful when I list something. It has to go in the correct numbered box because I can't just look for stuff because I get home. Sometimes I don't get home till 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm pooped.
Yeah, and you don't feel like digging for stuff.
Yeah, I won't feel like packing stuff, let alone digging for stuff,
Yeah. Oh, Glenn, Shirley Plumer, she just popped in. She's been worried about you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Muscle Car Appraisal.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Shirley. Nothing. I haven't floated away yet, and I thought if it would have got some water, because I was debating whether to stay down here and all that. If it floods, I probably almost stay to a certain degree. But you're not gonna do YouTube live. I was gonna go out there and show the water. You know,
How's Lonnie's area? Is he okay too?
he's okay. I mean, the way it is, they're expecting a lot, less water. I didn't talk to him, but I just kind of said somebody in the chat and said you know that. But he has that new shed, so I'd be if that water was starting to come up, I'd be bringing it all inside and just putting it up as high as you can, or throwing it up in the attic or something.
Well, that's what I was wondering about that new shed. I mean, when he built that, did he build it or just had it put in?
No, he put it in. They brought it in, but it's lower to the ground.
I wonder, why wouldn't you put that up on not like stilts, but at least, I don't know, elevate it a little bit? Wouldn't that?
I'm not sure. I guess he's not worried about it,
I suppose if it's not.
But if I was to build something, I'd build it, 6 foot off the ground at least. Build you like a utility shed underneath, so if it gets flooded, you're not worried about it, but keep your merchandise real high. Because even in storage shed where it's at, it's possible it could flood there,
Yeah.
And that's what scares me.
Yeah, because didn't his storage shed flood once before or something?
Right. Yeah, because where I flooded at, where my shop at, they flooded around there. Not far, but another storage unit within a half a mile, or maybe even closer, it went totally underwater. Mine was luckily dry. I'm calling the guy, says, "Is it dry over there?" "Oh, yeah, it's dry." But other warehouse is also right behind a big major bayou. So I live along in my apartment, and I was over there checking it out because the canal backs right up to it. And if that water comes up, that's going to seep into the building. Even if it's like 4 inches. But luckily, I had water problems there before, and I put concrete blocks on the floor and like 2-inch or 3-inch blocks all over the floor, and put my shelving on top of that. So if it does get flooded, I would lose a minimal. It's on the ground.
Yeah.
Every once in a while we'll flood along the river, but shoot, most of our town is like 50 foot higher elevation than the river, so it would take something biblical to get us.
I suppose you just insure everything to the hilt, eh?
That's if you can get
In
insurance.
the flood zone.
That's if you can get it and afford it. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
I spent all day Saturday picking anything up on the floor, and it's where I'm standing at now. Most of everything's on shelving and all that, but I had enough on the floor that it did worry me. Like I said, about.
I suppose being in the flood zone, it's really expensive to have flood insurance.
Right.
Did you hit some garage sales this weekend, Glenn?
In the rain, not in the storm. Then they had a lot of them were like the estate sales were canceled and all that, and some of them, I think one was going on today, but I'm not worrying about it. I think a couple of them are having them tomorrow and all that, but I got too much to worry about right now.
Yeah. Did you share this on the what do you call it?
The reseller squad, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
On Facebook, yeah, I did.
I'm so out of touch with everybody, I can't remember what the hell the Facebook group is called. Jesus.
Yep, I shared it there.
Okay. So to make sure I shared it on my page, not that. Maybe that's what brought Angie in.
Well, she subbed to me.
Oh, is she? Oh.
Yeah.
I think Anthony usually does a show, at 1:30 or something on Sundays? Or 1 o'clock? Or 12:30 or something?
Who does?
Angie.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, usually does a Sunday show. Usually it's after church. A lot of times I get here, it's going on.
Yeah.
This is the first full weekend I've had off in a long time.
Angie wants to know, Nikki, are you near Canada? Because you use that word.
I am near Canada, actually. I'm about an hour and a half from Canada. Where have I been? Yeah, I've been mowing grass. My nephew has a lawn mowing and snow plowing business, so I snow plowed this winter for him. But the only time I had to work was when it snowed. But now with mowing, we mow like the public schools and a highway and some residents, or they're not residences, they're like apartment complexes.
So you got contract work then, that's good.
Yeah, so I've been mowing grass for my nephew all summer. I couldn't find a good employee, so I said, "Well, I'll mow for you. Pays me good, gives me the rider." So,
So you got insurance working through him?
huh?
Do you get insurance working through him, or
No. Mm-mm.
okay? So that's sometimes worth more getting insurance, even though you making nothing for somebody. Insurance
Yeah.
definitely pays. I know a lot of times resellers usually the spouse always has a good job. You know,
Yeah.
about the insurance.
Well, that's the way it was with me and Gary. Gary worked, and so he had the insurance, but then he got fired after 16 years. So, yeah. So now
So, Zam's all they cutting back or what?
No, it was, well, I don't know. It was this guy who has has a meth problem or
Okay.
something, and he ended up accusing Gary of some stuff that Gary didn't do, like blowing an air horn in his ear and stuff like that. And,
Right.
well, I'm sure because they were worried about this guy suing them, they figured Gary wouldn't sue them, so they got rid of him. I think it has to do with his longevity. You know that
Right.
most companies try to get rid of the older people because they can hire somebody else cheaper. You know.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
Gary was, at first he was like really bummed out and stuff like that. I mean, that was he gave 16 years of his life to that place. But now he's like, I am so glad to be out of there.
Right.
And
Sometimes
he's
you
just
don't realize.
happier now.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't realize being in a job so long. You could till you get fired. So heck, but other things, but more greener pastures are ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Was he
And
working
he
now?
has
Or?
enough skills where he's got plenty of jobs to do.
Right.
He's helping my nephew out with some stuff, and the auctioneers hired him to fix equipment and get it running for auctions.
Right.
And I mean, so yeah, he's got his air conditioning refrigeration license.
Okay.
He's
Cool.
got his boiler's license. He's very well. He can do absolutely anything, and he can go back to work for a job anytime. If somebody will scoop him. People have been calling him and begging him to come work for them. But
Right. Well, that
right now
helps.
I'm just kind of doing my own thing right now. I like it. So
Yeah, it helps if you have other trade jobs. But some of them might. I'm not sure if he's just strictly a salesman and all that. So a lot of time, other oil companies and all that, a lot of time hire you or other type businesses that need sales. But you got a tradesman job, that really helps.
yeah.
Nikki, you've always enjoyed jumping around from thing to thing, haven't you?
Yeah, I like that. I get bored doing stuff. That was my problem with eBay. I started getting bored, and I just wasn't doing it. Well, now I'm doing this lawn mowing thing, and I'm actually enjoying it. I got a killer tan, and I'm enjoying being out. I don't like it when it's this hot, but yeah, it's I get bored fast.
I don't think I get bored with eBay because all the stuff I get is so different. I've sold stuff I would never imagine selling.
I have too, and I've made lots of money on eBay, but I'm starting to get back into it again now a little bit, just dabble in it a little bit. I'm trying to get stuff listed for fourth quarter because, like I said, I might plow for my nephew this winter, but like I said, you only work when you're plowing, or when it snows. So so I'm gonna start getting everything up so that this winter is plentiful.
This past winter, it snowed a lot for you.
It did. I made good money this. That's right. # killer tan.
Except for her feet. She has.
Yeah, except for my feet.
She has # killer tan lines.
Yeah, I do. My feet, it looks like I'm wearing socks.
Mm-hmm.
So I started wearing my Crocs because I'm riding the rider, so I don't have to worry about my feet too much, safety of my feet too much. And so I've been wearing my Crocs to try to even out my tan line. But my Crocs have holes in them, so I have to be careful. I don't want polka dots on my feet.
Hey, polka dots are always trending.
Yeah.
Look like you have leprosy or something.
That'd be a hell of a town line, huh? With a polka dot.
Yeah, but if you'd told me I would have sold Cabbage Patch doll clothes 5 years ago, I would have told you were crazy.
Or doll socks.
Or
I
doll
sold that bidet.
socks.
I sold that bidet last year, or year and a
Yeah,
half, or whatever, and shipped it out to Washington.
who would have thought that?
I know. I bought that thing as a joke because my niece lived in a trailer house, this crappy trailer house in trailer court, and she needed a new toilet. Her toilet was leaking. Well, that thing went down to like $5, and so I bid on it. Crock dots, yeah. And it went down to like $5, and I was like, it's a brand new bidet. So I bid on it. Well, I ended up getting it for like $20, I think. And and I told her, I says, yeah, I got you a new toilet, brand new toilet. And she's like, all right, And she found out it was a bidet. She's like, oh, that ain't gonna work. So, anyways, I put it up on eBay. I sold it for $150, I think it was, or 180, somewhere between 150 and 180, plus shipping. And the guy said, thank you. I broke my boss's bidet. I don't know how he broke his boss's bidet. He had to replace it.
I don't even want to know.
But it was pretty funny, because I bought it as a joke at first. And
We stayed, Gwen and I, at a bed and breakfast on vacation last week.
yeah.
And they had a bidet in their downstairs bathroom.
Uh-huh.
I did not try it out. I just can't go there.
As I told my husband, I said, with my rheumatoid arthritis, in my hands so bad, some days it's sore to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I told him I should have kept that damn bidet.
Well, I mean, to me, it's like, if you're going to use a bidet, you might as well just jump in the shower and
Yeah.
just wash everything.
Yeah. And you have flip-flop lines, yeah. I don't wear flip-flops, but I like Crocs. I don't like my toes to show. I think I have funny-looking toes. Plus, I just clip my toenails. I don't file them. I don't paint them. I don't do any of that. I just clip them. That's it. So my toes are kind of ugly. I do the minimal I have to do to keep them clean and looking okay, but not anything fancy.
Yeah. Gwen goes to one of those Vietnamese nail places.
Yeah.
And they, that, who's that comedian that makes fun of the Vietnamese?
Show? The female?
Yeah.
Show, I think.
She's hilarious, but those ladies sound exactly like that. You want top coat? Extra $10. Make you look pretty for your man. Are you single? Oh, we fixed that.
My daughters bought me a pedicure and a manicure one time, and I went and did it. And I don't like people touching my feet. I'm very ticklish, very, very ticklish. And so, yeah, it was a very bad experience. I was ticklish the whole time. They keep trying to touch the bottom of my feet. And yeah, I wanted to kick them in the face because they kept tickling the bottom of my feet.
Yeah, I'm ticklish too. I wouldn't be able to stand it.
No, I'm very, very ticklish on my feet. Bad. If anybody tickles my feet, I'm like, I can't help it if I kick you in the face.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. I told my husband when we first got together, I said, if you tickle my feet, you most likely will get kicked in the face. So just keep that in mind. And it's not my fault if you do.
Man, I scored on fountain pens yesterday at this garage sale.
Oh, cool. We had a big garage sale, or we had a big rummage sale here that I went to last year. Well, I go every year, and I scored a lot of stuff last year, but this year I didn't go, so I was too busy. But I could have went today and got a bunch of free stuff. They have stuff out free. They don't take. They take everything to Goodwill on Monday and take whatever you want free today. But I decided against. It's too freaking hot to do anything. I got plenty. It's not like I don't have enough stuff either. And we got a huge auction coming up in August that I want to go to. So.
Oh, Todd, garage sales are good Saturday for you?
I actually bought stuff at 2 different garage sales, but I spent $100 at one, and I paid $60 for these fountain pens.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And like this one right here,
Like what, $60 or something like that, or?
this a Parker blue marbled. This sucker sells for like $200.
Wow. See, it doesn't look that expensive either, you know? You see stuff like that a lot in a box. So
and
now
it's got solid gold nib.
Yeah.
And called a Parker Duo Fold.
Go out there and they throw pins and ink pins on just in a box, you know, and all that. So you know to open them up and check the ends on them. They're actual real pins.
I sold a Parker Duo Fold one time, and it was missing the cap.
Right.
All the way, and it was big, fat, and just yellow.
Yeah.
And that sold for $150.
Yeah.
Without the cap. I was like, good God.
Well, if it's plastic, like you said, something breaks and somebody needs something to, you know, to complete their other ink pen, they'll be willing to pay for it.
Of course, the complete pens like they were selling for like $400. And I was like, why? But these are neat. Like this nib says 18 karat gold on it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So.
Yep, that's one thing. If you watch Todd's videos, you learn a lot.
I didn't make a video on these. I guess I haven't made a video in 6 weeks, probably. Yeah, I mean, garage sales are weird. You just never know. You may go 2 weeks in a row and not buy hardly anything, and then you go to one or two garage sales and come away with, like these pens. I bet by the time they're sold, I will have made a $500 profit.
Wow. That's good.
I was needing a score of higher dollar stuff, wasn't I, Deb? I was complaining to Deb just a couple of days ago. Man, all the stuff in my store is like cheap now. People are buying $10 items from me, and that takes a while to add up to a good paycheck, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like when we complain about, oh, I don't have any sales, and all of a sudden, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Or then there's that old, if you like touch any of your inventory, it'll sell.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I've done it.
Yeah.
That's happened to me quite a few times.
Hey, Todd, if you ever see these at garage sales, buy them.
What you got?
Oral-B. It's called Hummingbird. I bought these about a month ago. And I sold most of them. You know, I got, I think, one left on one of these, and the refill packs. These are like 15 packs. I sell these.
Is it a hummingbird feeder?
No, Oral-B toothbrush deal.
Oh,
Mm.
It's like one of the power
Oh
flushes.
yeah.
Look at it. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. I sell these for $45, but I take offers for 40. You know what?
Oh, wow.
You know what? I sell one of these like for $80. But
is it a toothbrush? What is it?
pretty much, yeah. It's like a little power deal. It's battery operated. It's a power floss. It's a little straight type. Those picks you put in between your teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it moves back and forth, but you got the one that does like a dental floss type style that you can get way back, and I guess it vibrates or something. But I saw this like on a Friday, I think it's Saturday. Ignored it. Went back Sunday after church. Saw them there, so I looked them up real quick. I actually opened the box. Some of them were still in in 4-packs, and these were in 4-packs. One of them was loose. Well, I bought 35 pieces. Offer
Wow.
$20. But so far, I made probably about $1,600 off that $20
Wow.
investment.
Holy
Off of
cow.
this is my best deal. So this has really saved me all my death pile inventory. So that basically paid for my death pile inventory for the last few years.
Nice.
All that. So like I said, I got one going out. A couple of them actually sent overseas. Originally I did like combo packs and made like special deals, but I think one person only bought them, so I took them. And being these are selling so good by themselves, I'm selling them by himself.
Nice. I know when you find something like that, it's like, why can't I find more of that?
Oh yeah, I wish I could find stuff like that. If you found a couple of those, I wouldn't have to even sell stuff on eBay to sell that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That would sell more, even better on Amazon. So if I was doing Amazon, I would send it on Amazon, and then you don't tell people. That's one of those things you keep your mouth shut. That way, you don't flood the market.
That's an incredible deal.
Yeah. As we all go, well, we've got to go now.
Right.
Gotta go find the deals.
I found a good deal the other day for myself. There was the grocery store. I don't know if it was a mistake or what, but I didn't ask. I rang up a case of water, 24 bottles of water for 55 cents for the whole case.
Wow.
And so I finished ringing up my groceries, waiting for them to come over and tell me, hey, you got to pay more for that water.
I don't think I'll see that. Let me see if I can see it. But
and I finished, and I walked out of the store, brought the stuff to my husband out in the truck. I said, here, put this stuff away. I gotta go back in and get some. I gotta go back in. He goes, why would you forget? I said, that case of water you just touched. I said, it's 55 cents. I said, I'm gonna go buy some more. So they only had five cases left, so I bought them. But
so you don't know if you see that. All that in the 16 was underwater.
Oh wow!
That car was going to have 2 foot of water, and that whole field you couldn't even see it.
oh,
But where those cars are going, you have little guys in bathtubs, paddling down the street to get out of there.
In a bathtub?
No, little like those metal boats, the green boats, bathtub.
oh.
I'm just going to occasion slang version, but yeah, metal boats, aluminum boats.
Oh, those we call John boats. Don't know why.
Yeah, they call them John boats here too.
Okay, Angie. She says that, hey, I'll be listening probably, but be taking pictures. I like the background convos while working. Thanks for the hangout.
Right,
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming in, Angie.
Yeah. Always nice to see you.
Yeah, Nikki held her arm up over her head a minute ago. It looked like a little animal was attacking her from the top side.
Angie is probably one of the most sweetest people on YouTube. I just love Angie.
Yes, me too. I used to watch her on Periscope on that app.
I used to talk to her on Periscope all the time.
Yeah, that's where I started watching her.
Yeah. That was actually I knew Lori from Periscope before I knew her on YouTube. And when she came on YouTube, I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's Lori from Periscope.
Yeah, I
And
know. I was like, I know her.
she was the reason why Angie changed her name on Periscope, because they both had the same name.
That's right. I remember that. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Do they even do Periscope anymore? I don't even know.
I think they do, but it's not. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be.
It was a fun app. I enjoyed it. I used to talk to Angie and Vinny and
Oh yeah, Vintage Vinny. Yeah.
yeah. Oh God, I liked him too. Yeah, just used to have so much fun.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He uploads a lot of stuff too. I'm sub to him.
I was so impressed by him because he's got such a good head on his shoulders, and he's such
Yeah.
a gentleman, just a nice kid, you know.
Yeah. And he liked his pinup girls.
Yeah.
And he has that whole collection of Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Nice kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore, but
Yeah, there was a lot of people that went on there. And some of them, I think, only really did Periscope.
yeah. Yeah, that was a fun app. But I ended up getting subscribed to so many people on there. I mean, the notifications were just continuously going off. And
oh, I know.
I ended up one day I was so mad at it. It was like waking me up in the middle of the night. And I got so mad at it, I uninstalled it and didn't reinstall it.
It's hard to watch everybody, you know.
Oh, Angie said yes. She's been on Periscope. Tried to revive it, but can't get motivated anymore. There was a lot of resellers. Yeah, there was a lot of resellers on there.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one guy, and I know Angie remembers him. I forgot what his name was. And he used to live, I think, in Nebraska. And it was like a small town. His post office was like right by where he was. I don't remember if his name was John. He drove a pickup, and he was always doing Periscope. And I think he did, was he doing Amazon? I think he was doing Amazon.
Mm.
And I know, what was it, Greg the valet picker? He was doing Periscope, and now he's doing YouTube. Yes, Bling Gnome. Yes, such a nice guy. Answered any of your questions that you had about reselling.
Angie, you could mute those in the settings. Yeah, I know. Or I could not subscribe to so many damn people. I mean, it was like everybody I saw, I'd be subscribing. It's like YouTube. Every channel, if I go to a channel, I'm subscribing to it to support them, you know. And I have so many. That's probably why I don't get any notifications from YouTube, because YouTube's so damn confused by all the subscriptions I have. They don't know who to send to me or who not to.
Well, they had that bell you can hit on them, and if you want subscription, you'll get notified. And once you don't press, you won't get notified.
I don't get notifications of anybody anymore.
You probably broke your notifications.
I probably broke the notification system.
Well, even on some of the ones that like I got subscription, or not subscription to, but like get me notified. I never get notified, you know. And then some of them, you know, like this show, I mean, boom, it might be like within 5 seconds, you know, boom, I get a notification, or it says within 30 minutes there's going to be a live show.
Oh yeah, Angie, the guy in Florida. Didn't he did clothes for a while, and then all of a sudden, didn't he switch to plates? He was doing like a lot of plates, sets of dishes. He got really into. Is that the guy? And then he ended up getting a dog. He had a. Yeah, that's what I do. I sub. Well, I keep my subs that I sub to.
Yeah.
And
I'm a hoarder of YouTube channels because once you're on my list, I don't take you off.
what I do though is the ones that, and I hate to say this, but the one that I'm really really interested in, because really you can't watch every single sub. There's no way. I have a lot too. I just make sure I have the notifications on for all the time for like us guys and
I do too, but I never
other people.
That would be a full
or else
everybody.
because then what happens is my phone just keeps going off all day long, and then the battery is like done in like 2 hours.
Nikki's YouTube has carpal tunnel syndrome from overuse.
It does. I am always on YouTube. I love YouTube. I just love YouTube. I watch so many, like when they changed the monetization rules, what, a year ago, 2 years ago? I found so many new interesting channels that I would have never thought I would have watched, but I just enjoy them. And not like the drama community and stuff, but I mean like fishing and that kind of stuff. I found so many cool channels. I'm just like, oh, I just love YouTube. Anytime I think of something, I can just look on YouTube and watch about it. I just love YouTube.
Yeah, Angie, that was right. His dog's name was Rusty. I can't think of his name either. And I think he changed it once too. And I thought you wrote down people's names, Angie. I think you have a list.
I watch, and I watch a lot of people that, I mean, I watch all the resellers I'm subscribed to. I don't watch them like every day, but I do go back and watch, you know, I don't always comment, but I'm always watching. Because, I mean, I got it on my phone, you know, and I got unlimited internet, so I can watch anytime. Some, like, Scavenger Life, I like to listen to them while I'm driving, because I can't watch.
Yeah.
But I can, you know, and some other ones, you know, if they're just having, like, hangouts or whatever, I'll turn them on while I'm driving, because I can listen. I don't have to watch. I'm still watching. Don't talk about me.
Sometimes the long ones with the hangout, I'll just have that in the background.
Yeah, that me
while
too.
I'm
Like
working.
driving or riding on the mower.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, one day my husband, he's like, oh my God, you're watching YouTube while you're driving? I said, if you notice, my phone is up on the dash. I'm not watching it. I'm just listening to it. Okay. Oh, I know that ASMR drives me crazy. I hate it. I'm one of those people that if I'm wearing headphones and I'm eating chips, I want to punch myself in the throat.
Oh yeah, because it's really
I
loud.
can't stand listening to somebody eat. So when they do them ASMRs, oh my God, they drive me crazy. Oh, I hate that.
Yep, Angie, I knew you had a list because there were a few times you would do your Periscope and you'd say, "Oh, hi," and then you'd ask who the name was and you'd write it down.
Yeah. And the mukbangs, I can't believe how many people, how many subscribers these people get. Like that Nikocado avocado. I mean, he made like, my daughter looked it up on Social Blade. His video he uploaded Saturday, he's already made $1,000 on it.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, it's like, dang, I need to start mukbanging. But I just can't consume that much food at one time. Oh my God. Plus, I'd be so ashamed.
There was a beauty channel I was watching, and she she was good, and I've watched her for a long time. And all of a sudden, she just started doing vlogs where she was doing the mukbanging, and I was like, yeah, nope, that's it.
Well, that's like, I love ramen noodles, right? Or you guys call it ramen noodles, but I call them ramen noodles. Anyways, I love ramen noodles. Well, these mukbang people are doing like 5 packages of ramen noodles. So the other day I was like, okay, so I can eat 2 packages of ramen noodles and I'm stuffed, right? Anyways, the other day I was like, I'm gonna try 3, see if I can eat them. I couldn't eat them all. I don't know how these people eat 5 packages of ramen noodles at one time. I'm just like, and I had cheese to mine. No, I wouldn't be able to. I could only mukbang with 2.
Yeah, that's right, Angie. It was Tom.
And a lot of times these people are skinny, and it's like, where do they put all that food?
Yeah, I watch this other girl with beauty, and she does a vlog. Also, she has a separate vlog channel,
Yeah.
and her and her husband. Well, even when they were dating, they go out, and she's so thin, very thin.
Yeah.
And she's like a size 0 or something, and she just chows down, and I'm just like,
I know.
oh my God.
I know. My nephew had this girlfriend one time, and she was stick thin, and she would just, I mean, when we had family events, and I always cook like I'm cooking for Cox's Army, so I mean, there was plenty of food. It didn't bother me, but I mean, she'd have just this heaping plate, and she'd chow all that down, and then she'd go get another heaping plate and chow that down. I was like, where in the hell is she putting it? And I mean, I didn't care. She ate all of her food, so I didn't care how much she ate, but wow. I was like, and here's me fat, and I can't even eat a whole plate of food. What the hell?
Okay, Angie. Angie's like, okay, I'm still on here and not taking pictures. I'm not commenting anymore unless I have to.
I'm that way too. A lot of times I'll be listening, and it's like, oh, I got to comment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, all right, I'm just listening. I'm not in the chat. And then all of a sudden there I am commenting again.
Yeah, my brother still has this friend who she can eat too. And she would sit there, and we'd meet her up for dinner later, and she would sit there and say, well, I'm so hungry. I didn't have lunch. So she'd order something and eat it. And then in the middle of eating it, she'd say, I want to order this. And it would be another complete meal. And she'd eat that too, and say that she's eating both of those meals because she didn't eat lunch. Hey, Kathy.
Hi,
Maggie.
We're not like Tom, Maggie. We won't ignore you.
Yeah, right.
Where is Tom today? Has anybody heard from him?
I saw him lurking before.
Oh, was he lurking earlier? Okay.
Yeah.
There's Angie again. I was just gonna say, Maggie and Kathy. Angie's not chatting, so I'll tell her you said hi. But there she is.
Yeah, I remember Maggie's been subscribed to Angie for a while, because I remember Maggie from being on Angie's videos on the live chat.
I've been subscribed to Angie for years.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a jewelry person, but I love watching Angie and her jewelry. Yeah, go take your picture.
That's right, Kathy. You can never get away from the chat. We won't let you. And then getting back to food and stuff and people eating, I used to date this guy, and he was about like 6 years older than me, I think. And we went to this really nice restaurant, and it was expensive, and it was in the city. And we sat down. First time I ever ate in front of him, and all he did was I mean, I was just like, oh my God. And he wouldn't keep his mouth closed when he ate. And I was just like, I don't think I can do this again.
That's like my husband and me. If we're like, we go and go run through the drive-through or something, and we're sitting in the truck eating it, and it drives me crazy. And so I'm like, I'll turn on the radio. He's like, well, we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have the radio on. I can't, or like if we're just sitting there eating dinner, no, we gotta have the TV or something going, because I cannot sit and listen to people eat. I just can't do it. And I don't want somebody hearing me eat too. You know, I don't know if I'm making noise, but
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to hear me eating either. Yeah, it drives me crazy. My daughter is worse than me, though.
It's like we're closet eaters. We just eat by ourselves so nobody can see or hear.
Well, I'll eat on camera. I don't care. You know, I mean, when I'm on Valerie's channel or something, I'll eat breakfast while I'm on there. But usually if it's something crunchy or something like that, I usually put on mute. That was Don Maserati found it funny one night. I was on a show with her and Barb, and I saw a candy bar next to me while we were on the show, and I started eating it. She's like, look at you just eating on camera. I was like, I don't care. I'll eat on camera. I don't give a shit. People gotta eat.
Yeah, Maggie says for some people, certain sounds just enrage them. She said
Yeah.
misophonia.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand when somebody taps, like if they're tapping on a table or and clicking of a pen drives me absolutely crazy.
What are you talking about?
Now we know that.
Oh, and when someone writes on the chalkboard and scratches the chalk or drives a knife across a plate, that drives me crazy. Ugh.
It makes your skin crawl there.
My husband's sister, she like moans when she's eating, and that drives me
what?
Crazy. She like this moaning sound when she's eating. It drives me crazy.
Like Homer Simpson going.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it just drives me nuts. I don't think she realizes she's doing it, and I don't say anything, but it drives me crazy.
I remember one episode of The Simpsons. They went to some kind of party and they had cocktail weenies, and Homer was like, "Oh, cocktail weenies, oh!"
Then he like just drools out the side of it.
Yeah. Sometimes that show could be gross.
Yeah. I remember I wouldn't let my kids watch The Simpsons. I never really borrowed anything on TV, but I didn't care for The Simpsons.
I like Family Guy because it's mostly towards the 80s, all of their references, and I'm just like, oh my God, I remember that. And they're worse than The Simpsons as far as letting your kids watch them.
Maggie says, okay, I got to mute. I can't talk about that. And then she's like, oh, wait, I can't hear you. I've heard that moaning too. Gross. It is. It's just gross. I hate that. We have a friend too. He just loves his food. I mean, and he's skinny or whatever, so he's not like fat or anything, but he just loves food. And yeah, when he's eating, he'll be sitting there just chewing away. He's like, this is so good. This is so good. Like, shut up. We know it's good. Shut up.
Oh, I love one of my brothers. I love him to death, but I cannot stand being in the car with him because he can't sing. He can't carry a tune. And he just sings and it's louder than the radio. And I'm just like, oh my God. Are we there yet?
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Okay. Who's with the paper bag?
That's me. Brown
Nope. Yeah, I rescued a whole bunch of that craft paper from the garbage.
Yeah, I keep this because it's not, it doesn't have any print on it and all that. And I get this stuff from the company I order stuff from, so I got boxes and boxes. I actually get some of it to Lonnie every once in a while. I get so much of it.
Yeah, my family orders a lot from Amazon, so I'll grab all the stuff except for those air pillows.
So I like the air pillows for like small boxes. I can fit one pillow in there and it takes up the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big one here. It's lucky it's only going to Colorado and not overseas. You talk about like air pillows. That's what I like about these. You know, small boxes like that. I'll just stick an air pillow in it.
Oh yeah. Okay. If I kept all the packing supplies from the stuff my family gets from Amazon, I would be drowning in it.
I try to keep as much as I can food in that.
I'm back.
I used to get peanuts, those packing peanuts away. Like now, you know, I'd kill to have them.
Welcome back, Nikki.
Thanks.
Yeah, we were just talking about while you were away, packing stuff that we use. Like I was wondering what the noise was. It sounded like a paper bag.
Oh. 77 degrees here. It's so hot. Oh.
Well, I wonder how hot it is here. Probably 80 something. It might be lower because, like I said, it's raining outside.
Tomorrow and the next day, it's supposed to be like 85 degrees. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
I think the high today is supposed to be 89.
Wow. Now, how far are you from New York City?
I guess if you drive there, I want to say maybe 45 minutes.
Okay, so you're not too far. So how often you go there? Or you try to stay away from New York City?
I haven't been in a long time because it's expensive.
Right.
Because even going there, driving, you have to pay for parking.
Right.
I like to go on the train.
Right.
And that's gotten expensive. And then, of course, to eat there, you know, depending on where you go, if you're going to go by Times Square, which is where I usually go.
Right.
I
I couldn't
went.
believe how much parking was in Boston.
Oh yeah, a lot of places like expensive. I know, like Pat, when he went to that concert or that WWE match, then you paid 30 to park across the street, but it's $5 more, $5 less. I can park 5 blocks down the street. I'm gonna pay $5 more. I'd pay $15 more just to walk across the street. It's 5 blocks, 5 city blocks. You know,
It was $42 one day in Boston for a day.
Oh,
Wow.
It's crazy. And the next day was 40.
The other thing about taking the train in is, depending on what you want to go and see, it's a lot of walking.
oh yeah.
And then if you don't want to walk and take a cab, then that's added expense.
Oh, this community car, I had guys that, back when '87 when I went to that race, I think I told you, in Unadilla, upstate New York. They were staying in New Jersey, and they were like electricians. So when they were in that on their break down here, and said, "Hey, we're going to a race," and I thought that'd be nice, Well, heck, come up and we'll pick you up. So I did go up there back in '87. I was like 21. But they live in a little neighborhood, or whatever, like 2-story type duplexes and all that. And basically, we went to New York City the day before the race, and drive the car. You just park on the side of the road, and you walk in between these houses, and there's a train station or like a train stop. Well, you get on the train, ride the train to this one section, then you ride the ferry to one section, then you ride the subway to the city. So you rode 3 different forms of transportation. They say, yeah, we do that every day down here just to go to work. Or if you drive the car, to a certain place, it's 4 things of transportation. So I guess people that do that every day, or you might, if you count a taxi, you might do 5 things of transportation, just to go somewhere.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Yeah, the one time I went, we decided that we were going to stay around the Times Square area, and we even went to Central Park too. And we decided to have one drink at each place. So, like, we went to Planet Hollywood. We had a drink there. And then we even went to Central Park, where they have Tavern on the Green, which is really beautiful. You can sit outside, and they have, the last time I went, they had the topiary that were like all different animals out in the patio area. And I also had gone around Christmas time, and upstairs they have a small little area, and you could sit up there and have a couple of drinks. It was really nice. Went to Rosie O'Grady's too.
Yeah, I know, like New Orleans is only like 70 miles away from here, and the last time I was there was like 2002, maybe, or 2001. Yeah. Like you think, like parking down there is crazy and all that. And like I said, the last 5 times I was down there, basically for races, in the Superdome. Yeah.
The last time I went into the city was, I believe, 2005.
Yeah. It's strange. You talk to a lot of people in Louisiana and say, oh, well, people all over the world. You go, I like going to New Orleans. And where are you from? Baton Rouge? Do you ever go there? No. You talk to most people in Baton Rouge, they don't want to go down there because it's a hassle of parking and it's dirty, like Bourbon Street isn't that clean,
Yeah, I've never seen a show at Radio City Music Hall. I've always wanted to go to like the Christmas one. Maggie was saying she's only been to New York once to see a show at Radio City Music Hall, and she intended to spend the day, but the serpentine belt broke on the car, and we got stuck having it fixed at Asbury Park.
Yeah, we spent like half a day in New York, did the World Trade Center deal and a couple other different things. And we got back down and we went up to like upstate to the race,
I haven't been to that yet. Kathy wants to know how the flooding is, Glenn. And Maggie said, will there be any long-term damage from the storm? She's coming to New Orleans for a convention in September.
Yeah, she should be okay, you know, for the convention. And as far as long term, you know, I haven't really watched the news this morning. You know, I'm just waiting for what the flood, as far as what the rivers are going to crest at, you know, as far as my local river. But there is probably going to be some flooding. It's just how bad. You know, luckily, like I said, it won't be too bad. You know, North Baton Rouge might, depend on how much rain they get. Because they forecasting 5 to 10 inches of rain. We might only get 3 inches of rain. You know, it might swerve and go somewhere else. You know, it might go swerve to Lake Charles or Mississippi.
Well, Kathy, if you want to go to New York, like New York City, I know a lot of people don't like to stay in the city because it's expensive. You might be able to stay somewhere on the island and just take the train in. Because even if you rent a car and drive around in the city, it's just the parking.
Oh, yeah. That's half your vacation money there, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend money eating out and all that versus parking my car, you know. I'd rather be eat broke than, like I said, parking broke. You don't have nothing to show for it, you know.
And it depends on what you want to do. There's so many things to do in the city. And I think there's even things online where you could, they have places that are either really cheap or you can do stuff for free.
Yeah, just walking around people watching is fun in New York.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, especially with people all over the world being there, you know.
Because you could go, you could go down to where Little Italy is, and it's mostly restaurants and food and stuff.
Oh, but it's still so much fun. You walk through the streets and you're hearing them guys sing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it was so amazing. I was like, oh my God, these are my people. I just loved it so much. And then all of a sudden I heard these two business owners. One had a restaurant and the other one had like just a little booth. And the one guy must have encroached on the other guy's spot a little bit. And oh my God, they went off on each other. Oh my God, it was so funny. We were laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious. And then you walk through there and you hear these Italian men singing and everything. It's like, oh my God, I just love this.
So like, if you were to go over, you could do that. And then there's like Greenwich Village also has restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's like over by Central Park.
Wow. What's crazy, I'm measuring that box. I don't know if you saw me doing it, but 1 inch difference, smaller, from $21 to $10.03. So I got to take out the box cutter and lower it an inch to save that $10. That's going to priority mill. That's why be careful when you do shipping. Make sure that 1 inch difference can make a difference. Where's the box cutter at?
Yeah, Kathy, it still might be cheaper to sit there and like stay somewhere on the island close to the train station and then just go hop a train and then go. And you wouldn't have to walk too far to get to Broadway, which is where all of that is, where Times Square is. And you could just stay in that area and walk around.
We stayed in Jersey City, I think it was. or was it Jersey City, or it was somewhere anyways. It was in Jersey. We stayed.
But you would definitely, even if you like hung out and saw the stuff in Times Square, you would definitely want to take a cab because it's quite a walk and go to Central Park. In Central Park, they have a zoo. They also have strawberry fields where they have the mosaic for Imagine, which is for John Lennon. And they also have the Dakota, which is where Yoko still lives, but that's where he was shot. And then his ashes were actually where that Imagine mosaic is in Strawberry Fields.
God, I wish I knew how to get eBay to stop putting that I'll take a minimum of half my price on offers. God, I hate that.
You should be able to X out of that.
It does it automatically.
It doesn't
I
do.
have never put except a minimum offer on my listings, and it always puts it on there for me. Every listing automatically. I go shut it off, and it turns it back on again. Because I accept offers on everything, right? Which is fine. But I never put a minimum on there, and it always does it automatically for me. I don't know why. Started doing it about probably almost a year ago, probably, and I can't get it to stop. This really pisses me off.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Savannah too, Maggie. It's beautiful there. And Kathy, depending on when you want to go, like if you wanted to go soon, I wouldn't be able to go soon. But like if you were going to go next year, I'll see how things are money-wise, and I'll probably just meet you in the city.
I was in Long Island once when I was driving truck. I had to deliver somewhere in Long Island. I don't remember where it was, but I remember there was this pizza food truck there, though. People were buying pizza, and I had seen the guy blow his nose and didn't wash his hands, and I was like, nope. I'm not eating off that food truck. Gross.
Yeah, then we'll do that next year, Kathy. That would be fun. Okay, Kathy. See you later. Love you guys too.
See you later, Kathy.
Bye.
Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
So, Todd, how many pins did you have in that lot?
I never counted them all. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, I think.
So you pay about $3 a piece, or $3.20 a piece.
Yeah, it was $60 for all.
Well, that's a good deal. Todd, do you have many other resellers in your area?
Most of the other resellers around me are like guys that buy storage units,
Right.
but they mostly sell to flea markets.
Mm.
They're not really hardcore eBay listers.
Right. So if you're watching a video like me watching a video Lonnie, you go to a sale and buy those pins, and you knew he was there that morning. So heck, he missed this. I guess he didn't realize what it was worth, you know. So a lot of times I see his videos and see pictures, or the vice versa. You know, I could have bought. Maybe I should have bought that. You know, I'll judge it. Hey, my fingerprints were on those when you bought them.
Yeah, I mean, the garage sale I got these from,
Right.
that's my local small town.
Right.
So, yeah, they are not going to be hit real hard, but yet, I mean, people like fountain pens, so she would have sold all these, I'm sure. But I hit it pretty early. They were only running the garage sale on Saturday, and I was there 5 minutes before they opened, so I just walked up to the table and looked at the pens and went, oh my gosh, I've sold some of those before. How much do you want for all these?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, well, I wanted $10 a piece for the good ones and $5 a piece for the others. And she looked at them for a little while, looked at me for a little while, looked at the pens for a little while, and she said, I could do $50 for all. I said, okay. And then there was another pen over in a separate area. And I said, how much for that one pen then? She said, okay, $10 for that one because it's a desk pen on a, here, I'll show it to you. So this one pen here, is it Schaefer's?
Yeah, Schaefer. Yeah, I heard of that brand.
But it's a desk pen with a marble base.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Nice.
And it's got the little standy up deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got it's a fountain pen also, but it's a straight brown fountain pen like that.
You've had Schaefer before, because I remember the name.
Yeah. So there's some black dirty stuff on here. It looks like they tried to cover up a logo that was etched into the marble, maybe. Or that may be leftover glue from where there was like a
Maybe the person
gift plate.
Yeah.
But this is Schaefer's desk set.
Yeah, maybe it was given as a gift and they put the person's name, had it engraved on a plaque or something, a plate.
Yeah. Original retail on this was $52. No, $25. I read it backwards. It was upside down.
Oh, okay.
Of course, there's no telling how old this was. Anyway, that's a pretty cool set. She wanted $10 for that, and it's in the original box with the. Oh wait, here's the nameplate. Let's see. This was given to Bernice Cockrell, whoever that is.
So I was right.
So that was on there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm at a sale.
Who's in that?
Oh crap!
Return.
No, this pen I just listed.
Oh, you sold it?
This one sold for $160.
Cool.
Wow.
So you paid for everything.
Why are you
Wow.
saying,
Yeah,
why are you saying, oh crap? That's a good thing, ain't it?
Well, I wonder if I underpriced it now.
Yeah, 'cause he just listed it. But you know what? You paid for your garage sailing this weekend.
Don't even look
Wow.
back.
Yeah, don't look back. That's
Now
It's never any
everything
good.
now everything is profit from the pens.
I even had make an offer on it, and they didn't make an offer. They just bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, you may have priced it too low.
So that's almost positive that I priced it. Shoot. Jim Carrey right now would be cussing me. Why didn't you put that on auction?
Not so much Jim. Tara would be.
I know.
She'd say, you know, Todd.
I don't think I'm that far off on that price because I've seen some comparables like that went for
Well, you know, sometimes
not much more than that.
sometimes it's not a big deal to leave money on the table. I mean, really and truly, I mean, yeah, we like to get everything we can out of our items, but I mean, look at how much did you pay for all them pens?
$60.
$60.
$60. And you just sold it for how much? 180?
160.
160. You just made $100 on one pen. Plus all the other pens are free, so all the pens are profit. Is that really something to be thought about, even if you did leave money on the table?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know. I mean, sure, if I price something way too low and it sells right away, and I'm just like, oh shit, you know. But really and truly, I mean,
Somebody had that on automatic search.
yeah.
Well, Todd, just check your other pens, make sure they're priced right.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that you sold it too low either. I mean, it could be just a collector who buys all those pens that will pay anything for them.
True that.
You know, wants to make sure they get it, so they're not going to dicker. You know,
Might be
and there's people out there who don't dicker too. So.
Let's see.
Yeah, Maggie, Terry, and Angie are like, good job. Way to go.
Like I say, I don't mind somebody else getting a piece of the pie as long as I'm not going home hungry. I had enough pie out of it, so somebody else can have a piece too, you know?
Yeah, that 1 inch difference, I put it down like 6 inches from 7 inches, $10.
Can you see? Am I screen sharing?
I see the pen in front of your computer.
I'm not screen sharing.
No.
Oh.
I can't see the screen right now.
Okay, let's see. Screen share. Let's see, which would I go to? Application one. Maybe it's this one. I give you choices now. How about now? Am I screen sharing?
Nope, not now. I think
Nope.
yeah, now you are. Or you gotta
I have to give you permission, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
give me
I see,
permission.
like, the screen again.
There we go. I think you're all.
Is it screen sharing? Yeah, don't pass up fountain pens at the garage sales and estate sales.
Let me know now. Well, I always kind of knew that, but like I said, you need to check them. That one that sold for 60, it looked kind of on the cheap side. Actually, it didn't look fancy, you know, just like a regular pen.
Yep. So that one just sold.
It's 5 o'clock. That's when the ice cream man comes.
It's 112 here now.
Wait for the ice cream man. 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Sherry,
I got one down.
you need
Yep.
to list that Parker pen.
Dig that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Parker pen. It's even got a weird logo. The top of it looks like, I don't know if you can see that. It looks like a police whistle on a lanyard on the top of the pen.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't see it. Sorry. Okay, let me go back to my.
What do you want? Okay.
Terry said Tara would rip your balls off. Jeez.
I know.
Yeah.
On the top of the pen, you know, a lot of people will like put their initials up here at the top,
Mm-hmm.
but this looks like a police whistle on a lanyard. Sorry, my camera is so bad.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it was like if you retire from police work, you get a pen or a gold watch or something. I don't know. Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
I haven't even listed the expensive one yet.
Yeah, my little puppy.
This is the one that I think is worth at least $200.
And I have to say, you got $160 for a pen. I wouldn't be sad.
No, I'm good.
I'm just, you know.
So
Now,
it
was
makes you wonder. The lady that sold these said they used to sell pens in. They used to have a store in downtown Houston, and she just had these sitting at a garage sale, and I was like, she obviously had to know that they were pretty
Worth it.
valuable if they sold them before. But I don't know. Go figure.
Well, at one auction, I got this old pusher bar for a police car for a Crown Vic for a 90 or 91 Crown Vic. I got it for $1. And it was brand new in the box. I sold it for $185 or something like that. And I paid $1 for it. Somebody's like, why didn't you wait for more? You could have gotten more. You could have gotten at least probably $300 out of it. I paid $1 for it, and somebody gave me $185 plus shipping.
Wow.
Why would I wait around, and why would I not take that? I mean, just, I don't know. And it only sat there for, about maybe 2 weeks. And yeah, I was just like, yeah. The guy was happy as a lark. He had bought in this old police car, and his wife was like, "What are you going to do with that?" And the only thing he was missing was a pusher bar, and he couldn't find one. And he says, and then I looked on eBay and I found one brand new. For God's sakes, I couldn't believe it. It's like, and I mean, he's happy as a lark. I'm happy as a lark. I made $185 off of $1. I mean, why would I be sad?
Yeah, really.
Sure, I could have held out for more money, but why? I moved the merchandise, got it out of my way. It was in my way. It was heavy. I had to move it all the time. You know, it's way worth it to me to sell it.
Well, thanks for backing me up, but you know that
Oh, I know that Tara was going to give you some shit.
Tara would,
And-
well, she probably still will.
And really and truly, I mean, something like that's an oddity and hard to find, like the pusher bar. I probably normally would wait for the right price, but I was hungry for sales at the time. He offered me it. I took it. It was in my way all the time, and with my arthritis, it was heavier than hell to lift, you know, and move all the time. So it just made sense to sell it, you know, and but sometimes when there's oddities that you don't find very often, that aren't a dime a dozen, yeah, usually I will hold out for the price, but sometimes it's okay just to take it.
Right.
Well, like those toothbrush gels, the first ones I sold for 37. So I sold 4 for 37. So by the time because I charged shipping like $4.50 on each one or something like that. So I made a back end on a little bit. So I wound up selling for 40. But I took it, you know, because like I said, it was $130 right off the bat.
Yeah.
I knew that would pay for everything I bought that day, you know. But
Yep.
I ain't taking offers for like 40, even if I have 45 on it, because like I said, it's $150 when you buy 4 of them.
Maggie says, we're not going to tell Tara. That will be our secret.
Right.
She's probably listening right now.
I know. She probably is. That stupid silver hair. He knows better.
I got a secret.
I'm gonna go message her right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No. That's pretty good to have a good sale while my buddies are watching. Makes you feel good.
Yeah. Makes you look like you know what you're doing.
Look what I sold.
Take the money and run.
Yep.
Tom's probably all pooped out from all the lives he's been doing lately.
Yeah. That
I
might
think he's addicted.
Yeah, I saw where he was doing a live test and that. That's work doing all these lives. It's work to actually even watch some of these things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I need to be listening, which I'm working on 4 of them to go out tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about doing it tomorrow. But some of the guys that put out a lot of content. I'm going, those are the guys that's their full-time job is doing eBay, or like I said, if a part-time guy can't do it. I try to do one a week if I can do that.
Listen to Glenn using an old school adding machine.
Mhm.
If it was old school, I'd be doing this, This is a Canon NP18D11.
Flipping the beads on an abacus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got one at every desk, one of those Canons. I think I bought this one. I had a garage sale like for a couple of bucks. It was like still in the package. It was open but not used. Then I sell it to myself. I do that all the time. Buy stuff and sell it to myself for a couple of bucks more.
Works.
And technically, you can do it.
So yeah, I just paid for my parking in Boston by selling that pen.
there you go. If you would have put it up for auction, you probably could have paid for the whole trip, Todd.
I believe you, Nikki.
I had to put a little Tara in there.
I know. Some of these pens are hard to identify. Ooh.
Well, sometimes with that, if I have a hard time finding something or what it's worth or whatever, I'll put it up for an unrealistic price. And then people who are like collectors and stuff, they'll start coming out of the woodwork telling you, what are you, crazy? And they'll be like, this is only worth this much money. And then they'll start telling you stuff about it. And it's like, good. Now I just got some education. Thank you.
You know what my biggest problem with listing is? I'll have similar items to sell, but I'll forget to switch the pictures. It's like, a couple of days ago, I listed some roller skates, and somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, are these size 10 or size 12?" Like it says, like your listing says size 12 and your picture says size 10. Well, I had two identical skates, in different sizes. So,
whoops.
Yep.
I just accidentally left up the other pictures, and I was like, "Oops."
I used to do that when I had all those work pants I was selling that time, and I'd end up accidentally putting, because I just use the same pictures except for the size tag, and just switch out the size tag picture. And sometimes I forgot to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I did that one time with a pair of skates to somebody, whatever, and they weren't too expensive. I only paid like a couple bucks for them, so I didn't. But he got the picture and all that, and so the box had 10 on it, but they were actually size 8. When he got them, he emailed me immediately. I said, "Well, send me a picture of the tag." And as soon as he told me in the first notice that, "Hey, they're size 8," I remember saying, I did not take a picture of the tag before I sent them. Normally I do that on a pair of shoes. So I said, just keep them, because what it would cost me to get them back, I would have lost money. Two down.
Oh no. Sherry says her Parker pen is worth about $10.
Oh, that sucks.
She's the story of her life.
Yeah, now that happens.
Yeah, well, they're all over the board. Parker makes pens that sell for $10, and Parker makes pens that sell for $2,000.
Yeah. Kind of the way I run my eBay store. You know, I got stuff for cheap people and I got stuff for rich people.
18, 14.
When is Valerie coming back?
I think the 17th.
That's what I thought. Yeah. I miss her.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, bum crack picker. Let me see you come in.
Hey, Bum Quack.
Hey, bum crack picker. Make you a moderator. There we go.
But does Bum Cracker Picker resell, or what's he do? I never, like I said, I've never seen him in an actual show. So
Yeah, thank you for coming to mine.
I just always see him in other people's shows. I've never actually.
one day
On
I'm
the
waiting, I
channel.
want to show up that you see in the channel all the time. Say, well, I can't come on because I'm in a state prison or something like that.
He's got no videos, but he's got like 300 and some subscribers. So doing something right.
Oh,
Well, there's
my
Tom.
God, there is Tom.
Hat is going on.
Yep.
I think he meant to type what is going on, but
Yeah, he's a faithful watcher, that's for sure.
Yep.
I don't think Bum Crack Picker ever sleeps.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
either.
Oh, him and Bianca in Germany. You see her in a lot of shows.
Who?
Yeah, he's
Bianca,
everywhere.
You always see her in the side chat.
Oh, Bianca?
Oh, Bianca? Yeah. She actually goes to bed, though.
Yeah.
I've seen her leave shows and say, I got to go to bed.
Isn't bum crack picker in the United Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. The funny thing is with Tom is like him saying what is going on, I can actually hear him say that.
Mhm.
Like when he opens his streams up. What is going on?
He said he slept earlier for a bit. Not very long, I'm sure, because he was probably on Dwayne's auction last night. So
I didn't even open that up.
Dwayne ended up having to auction his own stuff because Bougie
got sick.
got sick.
Yeah, I need to get my stuff together. I forgot what I want to put on this show.
So Bougie didn't go on at all, or she got sick in the middle of the show?
Right before the show, I think like within an hour.
Roxy, move.
Quiet, we have a noob in the house.
No, she got sick about 20 minutes before it started. So and usually when people cancel, he messages me and asks me if I can do it. And I'm glad he didn't last night, 20 minutes before it started. I'd have been like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's probably why he didn't message anyone.
Yeah, he just did his own stuff, which I think turned out very well. He did pretty good, I think.
So,
Love you too, Sherry.
how you liking the duck? Whatever it's called, StreamYard.
StreamYard, it's all right. I can only have this many people on. That's it.
That's what I told Deb. It's not going to work for the morning show because we always have more than 6 people on the morning show.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
If you go up, do you get more people if you do the paid?
Yeah, but it's $20 a month.
Yeah, that's if you pay all at one time. It's $25 if you pay monthly.
How many people can you have if you pay for it?
I don't know. I haven't been able to find out because I'm really thinking about not using Zoom any longer than I have to.
Why is that?
Because I can't get, even with the paid version, you can't get rid of their logos
Oh,
without going to a bigger package.
Oh, okay.
You can't set up, you can't pre-schedule shows like Craig has been talking about.
oh.
Yeah, this one you can make events.
Yeah, you can create events with it and whatnot.
I have a real hard time that Google is taking off Google Hangouts and not going to have something to replace it.
Well, I believe they are, but it's going to be a paid too.
Well,
I'm not sure of that. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it looks like.
Because everybody on YouTube uses Google Hangouts. So it doesn't make sense to me why they wouldn't have something to, I don't know. Maybe that's why they're doing it, because they're missing out on a lot of revenue from all the people using it on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
I don't think they make that much money off of the live streams, to be honest with you.
No.
Because you got a 3-hour live stream, they might throw, they might throw a commercial at the very beginning of it, and they don't. And how many of you really go back and watch the 3-hour live stream?
Nobody, probably.
Do y'all really? I have yet to go back.
I put it in the background when I'm working. That's about it. I don't watch it. But that's like 3 hours of your day. If you were going to sit down and watch it. So
Right.
it's away from what you're working.
So I don't know. I'm kind of, if I'm paying for something, I should be able to get rid of their advertising.
Now, if you
I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about Zoom. Like up in the top right-hand corner, it says powered by StreamYard. on Zoom and down in the right hand corner, right lower hand corner, it says powered by Zoom. But if you pay for a paid subscription, you can't take it off on Zoom. On StreamYard, you can. I guess that's not really a big deal, but
what does it matter? I mean, Google Hangouts has Hangouts on it, or Google or whatever on theirs.
yeah, but that's free. And like this is powered by StreamYards, that's free unless you buy upgrade. And if you upgrade, you can take it off. Where's Craig at when you need him?
So like with OBS, Deb said it's too powerful for some people, but if you're the one streaming, if your guests come on, is it too powerful for them too?
Okay, OBS.
More high tech.
OBS is pretty much just for your computer. Now,
Yeah.
I've heard Craig talking about streaming through OBS, and I, for the life of me, cannot imagine many people having computers that can handle that many people streaming through your computer.
Yeah.
I know mine wouldn't. That's the reason I liked Zoom, was because it just seemed to like breeze right through their setup. And this loaded real fast too. So I don't know. I'd like to know how many people you can do with the paid. Because I'm one of these people, if you're paying for something, then you have the right to bitch if things don't work out right. If you're not paying for something,
yeah, you just got to take
shut
it.
up. That's what I'd be saying.
Yeah,
So,
beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. Yet, you know, go ahead.
I haven't even looked into it for my live stream, so I don't know. I haven't even paid any attention to it all.
If you're going to do just you can use the thing that they've got left. I mean, like it's called camera something of that sort.
Yeah.
Which is just for vloggers. That's only them.
Yeah.
So, Deb, what can you do? What can you do from your end as far as can you change the colors of backgrounds or any of that kind of stuff?
Let me see.
A lot of people that don't make money on YouTube are not going to want to pay for this. So
absolutely. And see, with Zoom, you have to pay for that to be able to stream to YouTube.
Yeah.
Do that again, Bridget. Deb, bruh. Cool.
Yeah, so that's what it would be cool if like the banner ran across the bottom, but I don't. I know they also have brand colors. If you wanted to upload a background, you get the free plan comes with one example background, which is what I have.
The black one?
Yeah, if you'd like to use your own, you have to check the upgraded.
Holy crap, the other night when you were doing your live stream through Zoom, when you were trying to get the 100 people on,
right?
I tried using a background. It was like I was melting into the background.
Yeah, that's because your background was too busy.
No, I was just I just tried a plain like green background and it's still I like melded into it or something.
No,
weird.
What Tom means is your real background might have been too busy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Usually it works because it works kind of like a green screen.
Oh.
So if you have like a lot of stuff, like Tom with all his boxes, he probably couldn't.
Oh.
Got too much stuff.
I just had the white wall behind me. Shouldn't have been too busy.
And also on Zoom, it depends on your computer. I think you have to have Windows 10, an i7 processor, and even with my newer laptop, I can't. I don't think mine is an i7 processor, Intel processor.
Well, mine's nowhere near an i7. So you heard from Sally?
No.
Well, I guess I'll plan on doing the show in the morning then.
I'll be here with you.
Do what?
I'll be here with you.
Okay.
That was like Old Faithful.
Yeah.
I'm
his executive live producer, so.
Well, I'm the assistant to the executive live producer. I'll put in the chat. I don't know if it can see it whenever I put my name. I don't know if it's too many words.
So what is Bridget up to today? Listing?
Yeah, she said she's got a bunch of stuff to list.
I just got back from the grocery store, the supermarket.
I just got a bunch of stuff listed while we were talking.
Yeah, I got my auctions that ended on eBay, the postcards, I got those up.
I had a hard time when we first started this getting my microphone and my camera to work on my mobile phone, but it seems to be working now just fine.
Okay, good.
So this works on mobile.
Yeah.
You have to go in through, open it up in Chrome. They don't have like an app like Hangouts does.
Well, that's sort of kind of good because if you're not running and if you're running it through an app, then that's just burning up your system's resources. That's one of the things they were saying. I mean, it was like Mike, the crazy card. He actually got in on his computer the other night, and he says his service is so bad to his computer that it's, normally he can't even get in. And he was looking good,
Clear,
clear and whatnot.
Well, hopefully he'll be able to use this too.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, y'all are some fine looking people. Since I got a new monitor and everybody's not blurry. My other one had started getting where everything was kind of blurry.
Oh.
And I'm one of these people that don't replace nothing until it just absolutely quits working. And
yeah, I am too.
I decided I better go ahead and get me another monitor.
Anytime I've ever upgraded my monitor, now I have the all-in-one, but anytime when I would do my monitor, I would always buy the best one, because how often do you upgrade your monitor? I mean, you upgrade your tower, but how often do you upgrade your monitor,
Yeah. Shoot, I don't upgrade my monitor my computer very often.
Yeah,
Sure.
Angie, I don't know how StreamYard is for Safari on Mac because I don't have a Mac.
I'm sure it works.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people have Macs these days. Take your hat off in the house, Tom. That's my hair.
No, because you said hats going on instead of what's going on.
Oh.
Okay, Maggie, enjoy your lunch.
See you, Maggie.
Okay, kitties. I love her.
Bye, Maggie.
So I kind of had thought I had found what I was going to use. but I don't know.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you mean with Zoom?
Yeah. Which I've still got it for for another 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever. Before it renews.
Well,
Can
by then, I guess Hangouts will be done.
Yeah, like in 2 weeks it'll be done, I think.
So then you'll have a week to figure out, This seems very easy to use.
It is very easy to use. And I think this is the market they're going to be going after. I think they're truly going to be I don't know about the 6 thing. That's the 6 people in the free version. I'd like to know how many people you can get into it in the paid version. Where the hell is Craig at when you need him?
Let me see.
I'm researching it too. Let me see if I hit him through Facebook and if he is.
Okay, so pricing. The free is a small StreamYard logo is placed in the corner of your live stream. Current broadcasts are not limited. Limits might be introduced at a future date, which means, like, I guess time-wise, maybe.
Right.
And $20 a month, which is the most popular, is no StreamYard branding in your streams, unlimited broadcasts, add your own logo, custom overlays, custom backgrounds. But it doesn't say like how many people you can have. Let me see if there's a Okay. How many people can I have on StreamYard? You can have 6 people in the stream. Up to 10 people can enter the broadcast studio, so you can swap people in and out if you're doing a dynamic talk show.
Is that on the free version?
Yes. I'm looking. Oh, they really don't tell you.
Yeah, they have kind of a.
Let's see here.
I mean, if it went to 10, that would be okay because normally you don't have that more than normally you don't have about more than about 8 in there.
Yeah, but it's not all at the same time, so you
Yeah.
be
Well,
sorting them out. And even in the free version, it doesn't really say like how many people you can have, except when it once on it says that 6. But like the different pricing things, it doesn't really say. I guess we'll have to wait until somebody like pays for it and see if it says how many. It's very vague. Oh my goodness.
What?
No, my notifications were going.
Yeah, Kathy's yakking away. Oh, she has an Ebola. What the hell are those things? Oh, have mercy. I know you believe you've seen the worst shoes ever, but no, you haven't.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And Nikki tagged Tara.
What'd she say?
No, she didn't say anything. She just tagged her on that photo of the. I don't know if those are horses or cow shoes with the pistols as the heels. Stilettos.
Oh, it's not live. It's on Facebook.
I'm sitting on the side of my bed and there's like this part of my box spring that's like very uncomfortable. I've been trying to rearrange stuff on my work area so I could have like a tiny crafting area and
Right.
like a work area for photos.
So Tom, you doing any garage selling this weekend?
Yes, I actually stopped at a couple yesterday, and I didn't see anything except baby clothes.
I really want to figure out the deal on baby clothes because we got a Once Upon a Child here, and they buy
Right.
that type of stuff. So if you can go in them to sell, and there's a table, and say, "Hey, I'll give you $5 for the whole table,"
Right.
and you go there and sell it for 15, you don't lose nothing really. That's even toys too. Like I said, certain toys that if you can flip them that same day,
Right.
especially the big stuff, the strollers and all that, So some of the strollers you can sell on eBay, not eBay, but Let Go and all that. But the other stuff, like those strollers, you sit down and walk with your feet. But the joggers and all that's the ones you can put on like Facebook Marketplace and make money on. 3 down, 1 to go. So Once Upon a Child and Plato's Closet, it's the same company that owns them. In a lot of locations, they're like side by side. And I think the third one that's maybe called In Style that's next to them too. So you might see all three in the same area sometime or same building.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Angie. But I think I have to start going outside of the box with stuff. Instead of just selling stuff I'm interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I tend to keep some of the stuff, which I shouldn't.
That's why I'm learning to buy stuff. Like, I don't know what that is. And you look it up and say, oh, wow, it sells for $50. I'm grabbing it, Because you can't make money on stuff you like, It's all this 90% of stuff you don't like.
Even like they sit there and say ugly sells. So if you have something that's really ugly, it'll sell. Oh yeah, Angie. They're pushing the free shipping. Well, I think like a month ago, they had they'll have on your dashboard on Etsy like little advice and things to help your store grow or your sales grow. And they had if you put all your listings for free shipping, you can enter in like how many dollar amount that you want to up your listing so it covers the free shipping. So that's what I did. And then now they're coming out with like that $35 free in the US, but that's anything 35 and over, and it says it'll bump up your stuff. And now I feel like I have all this other stuff that's free shipping, and that's what it was supposed to do. But I am getting the sales. And then I have a sale on top of that too. How many listings do you have, Angie? I know for a while you had like 900, and that's kind of and you usually get sales every day, even if it's one or two. Hey, Mr. Sadie, how far?
Hey, Mr. Sadie.
How far, Mr. Sadie? Where are you at? There you are. I got so many tabs up.
Yeah, I have. How many do I have? I have 380 something. I'm still trying to get to 400. But when I get even close to that, I'll sell stuff.
See, I'll be back. I'm going to lock up my building next door.
Okay.
I need to go look at that.
It's like I keep looking at the where it says live and says how many hours you've been on, and it's like almost 3 hours, and I'm like, but I don't want to go yet.
Well, then don't.
I'm not. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, there's Tom.
Yep.
I've been here for 30 minutes.
It is now.
Believe it or not, I've been quiet.
I just got back. We up to date at, what are you up to today? What? Hi, Tom.
Who is that on looking over your shoulder, Deb?
Oh, that's a poster I had from the 80s. Actually on my bedroom wall. It's Billy Idol.
Oh,
Hey, there's Mr. Sadie.
Yep.
okay.
It don't matter.
Why am I?
Gwen sold a pair of shoes on Poshmark today.
Nice. So what does she have? She has her own. You'll have to go and put her Poshmark name in the
In the squad.
Yeah, in the squad.
So everybody can follow Gwen.
Yep.
All right. We'll get that done sometime.
Yep.
Deb,
Yes.
wait a minute.
I'm glad you mentioned Poshmark about shoes because I told a pair. I forgot about it. Told them yesterday.
Yeah, I gotta share stuff.
I need to write myself a little note.
Glenn, have you reached like a level on Poshmark you want to be at, or you want to do more with it?
Oh yeah, I want to do a lot more with it. I only got like maybe 100 items.
I was talking to Glenn. Gwen, that's Glenn.
Glenn.
Deb,
Yes.
look at the side chat.
Oh.
Of course, everybody always wants to sell
sure.
more, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask him a couple of things.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that was you talking to me, or Gwen or Glenn?
I was talking to Swamp Picker.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that,
not Glenn. That's
So
Glenn.
you got 100 items on there right now?
You got 100 items. Are you?
Yeah.
You like it like that, or you want to put more,
I need
or
to put more, you know. I need to put more of that. Most of the stuff on this on Posh, I need to put on eBay too. Now I'll throw it on Posh real quick, and eBay will slap, cut your throat. But Poshmark can be a little bit more lenient as far as putting it on there real quick. But I just make sure certain sizes are in there more so. But
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
Well, I do about one a week, maybe, or whatever, but
It's
I
what
haven't
I've been
done that
told.
stuff in a long time. But it does help because on shoes, I like it because, like you said, you can send a pair of shoes out for less than $7 versus probably paying $12 to $15, on eBay.
Really? There's that big a difference?
Oh yeah, Kaposh has a flat fee. It used to be like $6.75. So if you have anything under 5 pounds, it goes for $6.75.
Huh.
So if you have a big pair of wear boots or anything like that, they're going for less than now. It's like $7.50 or something like that.
So Posh up their shipping cost to
Yeah,
$7.50.
after the post office did their raise, a few months ago. Yeah, I just got an alert. Flash flood watch till 3:30.
It should stick your wrist on it. Here, let me show you. This is what I do. See that? Hmm? That's enough for a light pair of shoes like that, but what? Did one. Sorry.
Mr. Beatty said he's going to put the boat away. He was on the river all day.
It's not dark yet. What you doing inside on the computer? You're supposed to be out. Jeez, these people.
What?
I'm supposed to be fishing.
He's supposed to be out on the damn lake, not on the
He
computer.
said he was on the river all day, so he's probably out there early this morning. He's tired.
Yeah, the rope fisherman's usually on the water for like dawn, whatever, when the sun's up, 6 o'clock or before.
Yeah.
Well, Deb, did you have any problems setting this up or getting this started or anything?
No, it's a piece of cake.
I mean, I know you're pretty tech savvy, so.
It basically tells you everything to do. And then you click to, you start your broadcasting, you just click to share it to YouTube.
Right.
Pull the wrong one.
And then you can start it, not live. You can do private, and then you have to go into, I forget whether it was YouTube or Streamlab. You have to click it to be.
What?
It says right in my upper left-hand corner. Where the duck thing is. It says my title. It says we are hanging on my channel, and then underneath it says private. But we're live.
Right, because people are seeing it.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. So I don't know.
Well, if Craig gets a few minutes, maybe he could pop in here. He's been messing with this a lot. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed that Zoom didn't work out because I really liked it. There were some things that was kind of funky about it, but
yeah, I liked it too.
I think this is going to be the thing for YouTubers, though. They're just going to have to limit it to 6 people unless they want to pay for it, and if you get more.
Yeah, Derek said that he liked StreamYard, so he was probably going to be using that too.
Who did?
Derek from NASCAR.
You're right.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to find FAQ. You're snoring, sweetheart.
Who's snoring?
My baby cat.
Oh. Yeah. Wait. Was that the Smurfs you were humming?
No. There goes. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh no, Angie, I did want to go live. This is the first time I've gone live with StreamYard.
Tell me about it, Mr. Sadie.
Yeah, let me see what the temperature is right now here, because
Hey, Google. Temperature.
The temperature in Charlotte right now is 93. Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 100.
oh god, I heard that.
Do you like our English accent? Our thing, our Google Home, whatever it's called, is we're using the British accent. So it's Charlotte, not Charlotte.
You know, my Gorman, whatever, you can change the language, and sometimes I put it on the British accent.
Yeah, right now here it is 91 degrees and real feel is 94, and I haven't had the air conditioning on, so I must be crazy.
Oh, there's Lynn Sharp.
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Hello, man.
Good. How are you?
So, you know everything about this software. Well, let me tell you what I ran into Zoom.
I know nothing about everything and everything about nothing.
Okay. I sent them a message to support saying, how do I substitute their logo with my logo?
And you have to have the pro account.
No, I have the pro account.
Oh, you do.
You have to have the
Enterprise or whatever.
enterprise account.
I thought it was just the pro. But the
Yeah,
pro.
I thought it said the pro too.
Let me look back because I was looking more at the limits of how many people you could have in when you asked that earlier.
No, well, I'm talking about on Zoom, not on.
All right, here you go. On the 20-month basic, it says no StreamYard branding in your streams.
Yeah, okay, that was StreamYard. I'm talking about Zoom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking StreamYard. I'm sorry.
I was talking about Zoom.
Okay.
And I don't have a problem if they're giving me everything for free. I don't have a problem with them having their Zoom logo up there. But
Right.
if I'm paying, I should be able to turn it off. That's just my opinion.
Craig, Angie from Treasured Vintage said hi. She says,
Hey,
hi,
I'm
Craig.
sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't even opened the chat. I apologize.
That's all right. I got it open.
So, Deb, I don't want to make Deb out to be like she's a ditzy blonde because she's not. She's very smart and she's very tech savvy. She had this thing going just fine. How do you go about setting up your like if you wanted to set up a show? Like, okay, tomorrow it's not the morning wake up show or whatever at 9 o'clock. I wanted to set that up.
You mean in StreamYard?
Well, like an event.
Yeah, an event.
When you first go in there, it asks, you'll do the broadcast, and I think you'll be able to see it.
In StreamYard, you say you create a broadcast and you fill in your title, your description.
Right.
And then there's a checkbox right down below before you hit the create broadcast, the final OK, save, whatever button. There's a schedule for later checkbox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And when you check that, it opens up and it gives you a place to schedule it. and as soon as you hit save there, it posts it as an event in your YouTube, Creator Studio.
Okay.
And you have to go there. I don't know if y'all utilize tags or not in your videos and lives and all that, but that's where you go back in and then manage the event directly from YouTube for your tags and all those other things.
Have you used it so far? Or has anybody used it so far?
Yeah, to schedule an event, yes.
Yeah.
I know Kim Borderline Hoarders tried it and had an issue. I think Derek has used it. Somebody else has scheduled and it's worked. I don't know if Kim, something happened to the one Kim did, because she ended up with either 2 or 3 streams somehow.
Right.
So if you're just talking about the scheduling part, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've got one scheduled for in the morning for my 9 o'clock show.
Well, if you want, you can try later, Tom, to schedule something, because it's Sunday night. I don't think any of us are on Sundays. I don't know.
There's not a whole lot going on Sunday night.
I
don't think there's much going on Sunday night. I think you're right.
You could do like a test.
Yeah.
But you know what happens with our tests? We're on there for hours.
3 hours and 2
and
minutes.
not even testing.
Yep.
I was reading over in the FAQ for StreamYards, and it was talking about you could have 10 people in the broadcast room, and you can switch them out and in, but that's not really.
No.
Right.
It doesn't specifically say, like, if you had the 20, if you're doing the $20 a month, how many you can have.
Right.
In the stream. I can't find that anywhere. It just says that you can have like the 6.
Did y'all look at Stage 10, Craig?
Stage 10? I have not heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's another broadcasting one.
Oh, here we go down the rabbit hole.
All right. Well, it's not stage10.com.
No, it's stage10.tv.
Oh, because we're on TV now.
What did you get when you did stage10.com?
Yeah, just a very old, just one that didn't have the information on it. 50% off any plan for a year.
A dancing pole magically appeared.
Yeah. How you doing, Todd?
I'm good, Craig. How are you doing?
It's another one. This one's out of Toronto. Pricing. See what they offer as far as free simulcast destinations, which means you can only stream to one place. But with StreamYard, I think you can stream to like Facebook and YouTube and all that all at the same time. So with the free one, you can only do that. Connect and stream webcam, mobile, RTMP feeds. Add video. So with the free one, you can do overlays. That's an advantage with the free over there.
Right.
It moves, but it still keeps the stage 10 watermark.
Right.
So you have to.
See, now it doesn't say how many people you can have. Let's see, features.
And anything over the free, all of them actually are billed annually, so you're going to pay that one time.
Right.
12 times 20, $240. I'll sign up for it. I'll try it out. I'm not afraid to try anything once.
Well, that's what I was thinking about doing. When I got off of here, I thought about doing checking it out and seeing what it is.
Guys, I'm gonna take off. Like I said, I'm getting out of this place.
How's all?
Okay, Glenn. Thanks for joining.
How's the weather down there?
A little bit rainy and all that, and wet. Kind of more. It's been raining more today than it has, Saturday and all that. But just looking at my phone, they downgraded all the river levels lower. But still, Tuesday is the backwater problem. It could be like sunshine tomorrow, but that backwater comes. That's what flooded Baton Rouge basically in 2016, even though we had 21 inches in 3 days.
Right.
So the river started flowing backwards and all that, and going to all the ditches and all that and canals, and that's what basically flooded us. So I'll talk. See y'all gonna do anything? Anybody doing anything tonight, or?
I might do one later on.
Right.
Yeah, you can try that stage thing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just logged in. And it looks like it's a little more non-intuitive. It's going to take a little more learning, I think, just at my first glance.
Right.
Okay.
It looks kind of, the screen looks kind of busy.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by that. It's going to take a little.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas,
Go ahead.
whereas this stuff, where StreamYards is very much intuitive, very easy. You come in and you say, "Oh, this is all I got to do." You know.
Right. The only question I have about StreamYard now is if you have a paid, can you have, because normally, like the morning show's got like 8 people in it.
Right.
The 100 people is kind of a little bit overkill,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but being able to take the StreamYard name off of it doesn't seem to be really worth the $20. You know what I mean? If you're not getting the ability to ask add any more people or whatnot.
Yeah, it's kind of like paying the $20 and not really getting your $20 worth.
Right.
Hey, a couple minutes ago, could you all hear a dog barking? Is it picking up that sound?
No, I didn't hear that.
It might not pick up unless it's directly on the link. Okay. I know certain things. A lot of time, my buzzer will go off on my laundry, and people can hear it. But and sometimes people hear the dog too. But
Yeah, we're used to dogs barking and appliances
I heard
going
the
off.
guy in the backyard telling it to shut up, so I didn't know. If y'all heard that part. Well, I'll see y'all. Have a good day.
All right, Glenn.
Glenn.
Have a good day.
So it looks like they offer an overlay, but it's only for a lower third, which is where the banner on here shows up.
Right.
It's not like, it doesn't look like you can take an image and just drop it anywhere on the screen like you would with OBS, where you can drag it around. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots for audio, it looks like. 1 for a lower third overlay. 1 for a full screen overlay. I don't know what that means. Text overlay, lower third. Testing here. That's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't look bad, especially for a free version, but I think you're getting pretty much the same thing out of StreamYard.
Right.
In my opinion.
And StreamYard is a lot easier for non-techie people too.
And this one isn't bad, but like Tom said, it feels a little overwhelming when you first see the screen.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But
Just looking at the image they have where they have all the people on the side, it just looked really like it could get complicated.
and plus, is it going to be good if it's in Toronto?
We don't know where StreamYards is. How do you adjust the? And it is nice on StreamYard that whoever's running the meeting can see the Google chat, the YouTube chat come by.
Say that one more time.
That's another thing I like about StreamYard is as the creator, you can see the Google chat on your StreamYard screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're not having to go out and pop out the chat.
Right,
and bring
right.
it over.
No, it's you can have it right there.
You can't manage like moderators or boot somebody or time somebody out.
Right.
But you can interact with the chat. This one does allow you to do a customized background, which I just did. I'm trying to figure out how it's.
I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta stretch. I've been sitting here for 3 hours.
Okay. Well, I just asked them. Just did a message with StreamYard to see if anybody's there to see if there's any difference between the free version and the basic plan. Do you want to be on the Queen City Pickle Show today? Well, it's $9.95 for your seat at the table. But yeah, StreamYard looks really like it could be. I mean, it looks like the best choice.
Yeah, I think so. This one doesn't look bad. This other one, the Stage 10.
Because I've got to report back to the boss when she gets back on Friday. Valerie said we needed to have her ready to get, or have her plan when she gets back.
I've already found something I don't like about Stage 10.
What'd you find?
Either that or I just can't figure out what I'm doing. I'll share my screen. I'll show you if you want me to.
Okay. Let me go back over to.
I wonder if I can restart. You seen it?
No, I don't see anything.
I hit share.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I started screen sharing in StreamYard. Did you get a request? Because don't you have to approve it?
I didn't see anything. Oh, there. Now something. There it goes.
All right. So apparently it brings in your up here in the top left hand corner. It brings in your webcam view automatically. I guess you can turn that off or change it, and then all you do is you drag it over here to this screen, to this box. This is like your preview.
Right.
What you're going to broadcast, and down here is the boxes where you can add up to 4 audio tracks. You can add a lower third right here. The lower third is like a banner across the bottom.
Right.
And then you can do a full screen overlay. So with this isn't gonna look real good, but I just grabbed 2 images. So for the lower third, you just drag it right here. And it shows up as a lower third. It would need to be sized right and all that, but you can just delete it if you want to take it away. The problem is this full screen overlay, in my opinion, would be you wanted to put something in as a background.
Right.
And then have a couple of webcam feeds like this. So when you put this over here as a full screen, how do I get my camera back? If I drag it, it then go in front.
Can you drag it out?
Okay, riddle me this. Can you move the 2 little screens that was at the bottom of your big screen? Can you move them around? Like if you had
these down here?
No, up where you had the 2 little squares up here at the.
Hold on.
Yeah, I had to come back and approve his sharing. That's the only.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. When I heard him say he couldn't share, I was like, wait a minute.
All right, sorry. Which boxes were you talking about?
Okay, when you were just a minute ago, before you did the share, the whole screen, you did the big overlay. You had 2 boxes down here at the bottom. One was you were in one of them, and then I'm talking about.
Well, here's where you have the different layouts across the top.
Okay, stop right there. Go back to that one. Now, can you move those little boxes around? Those photo boxes, like can you slide them left or right or up and down?
Nope.
Or is that fixed?
That's fixed. It looks like.
Because I was wondering whether if you had to bring in an overlay that would allow for those.
That could be. But see, and I would anticipate the way most of them work, like OBS, is everything is layered.
Right.
You push a layer up and down, so I could put this as my lowest layer, and then drag my assets or my video stream or whatever up on top of this. But
Okay.
I mean, I'm just trying to. It may be something I just have to read up on it. If somebody wants to use it. So I wonder if this is the layering here. That's not where I can grab it and drag it, but I can't grab it. What is that? Oh, is that where I did? It's like you can't resize it without using the.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's not bad.
Go up to it. Can you do? Is that 3 long up at the top? There's like a 4. Okay, you got the 3. Click on it.
No.
Any of those. What happens when you click on those? That's okay. That's the 3.
But see, using something like that, you'd think you would want to be able to put a background behind it.
Right.
If even it was just solid black.
Right. There might be.
I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
I just, I did. I saw where they referred to them as broadcasting studios.
Right.
And so I searched under that, and I got StreamYard and Zoom, and I got that one.
I don't know if you watched my video on Zoom yesterday, but they have released. I don't know if they have actually released it this weekend, but they were supposed to have released a patch or a fix or something this weekend.
No, I hadn't looked at it yet. I just been covered up with all kinds of stuff. I mean, the video's good in this. I don't think it's quite as clear as it is in Zoom, but hey, it's free. What can you expect? So it looks like StreamYard is going to be the broadcast studio. We'll start using that now.
It's not bad. And I have no reason to get rid of the duck up. It doesn't bother me personally.
Right.
I think it's going to, people are going to use it. People are just going to get used to seeing it.
Right. Well, the biggest, like I said, the biggest reason to me is do you get the ability to have more people in the party if you're paying for it? Because I really don't see anything worth paying $20 for.
Right. Even if you get more, is it really, how often are you going to need to have more than 4 or 5 people in here,
Well, the morning show usually has like 8 people.
Right.
So, I mean,
Now we can test getting people in here and see. I haven't really tried to see how many people you can get in here.
Well, it only says 6. And then there's something about they go over into a.
Right. Well, the green room, the little waiting area is down there below the main screen right there, right? But where you see me when I come in, somebody gets added, you show up down there until you can add them. And you have to drag them, add them to the broadcast, add them to the screen, whatever. I think as people show up, they would just line up down there. Let me do it with my phone and you'll see.
I'm back.
Sweetheart. Look, okay, you're on camera now. See, you're on camera.
Oh, kitty.
You're on camera now. See?
Roxy.
You hear somebody calling your name?
Roxy.
I even stopped and got me some green poster paper. I was gonna make me a green screen.
Oh.
I tried green poster paper and it didn't work out real well for me.
It didn't work on this or on Zoom or on what?
I tried to do it in OBS first, but it may have been that I didn't have the chroma key set up right.
Right. With Zoom, I don't think it. I don't think it makes a big difference because, I mean, it does make a difference. Like it wouldn't. Mine's too busy. It wouldn't work with mine.
All right. So do you see me down at the bottom below?
I don't. All I see is me, and you're in the show. That's all I see.
There should be another one.
Am I in? Yeah. No, not yet.
Should be on your dashboard.
How many do you see? Do you see Craig
No,
in twice?
I don't think anybody would see it, but you, because this is your meeting, right?
No, it's Deb's meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's mine, but you have to. I think you have to share it again.
No, he's talking about down
on the dashboard of StreamYard. You should see me, just like you added me a little while ago.
Yeah.
Is there another one down there with my hand on the screen?
There's only one of you down there.
Huh. So I just joined from. So I'm curious how that works.
Would you be?
Never mind. I got to hit the button to enter.
Yeah, there we go.
So that's how somebody waiting would go in. Hold on, let me mute my mic is muted. Stop.
Well, there should be one more people.
Did you want to
One
stay
more
in?
people should be able to come in.
Did you want to stay on there? You want me to keep that up, Craig, or no?
I'm just trying to figure out how to test it and see what. So that one added. That's all I can do. I don't have another computer I can join from.
Right.
So I think once you get to that limit of, I guess it's 6 here.
Right.
People would line up just like I came in with my cell phone just then.
Right.
And then you could like take my mobile out and then add somebody else by removing them and then adding whoever's in the green room or the backstage or whatever you want to call it by just like you just added me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. I thought I wasn't even paying attention. I thought it was yours, and that's why I was.
No. It's Deb's. Yeah, she's been on for 3 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah. I'm a trooper.
She's getting them viewing hours.
Knowing me, probably me and Nikki could do a 24-hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sunday is usually our 8-hour listing challenge, so this is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I really like the fact that you can, if you're hosting it, that you can see the YouTube chat.
Yeah, that was a reason. It's like when nobody wants to come on with me, it's like I'd have to like have a conversation and do the chat also. And
right. Well, normally I pop it out and just drag it in, on the other ones.
Yeah, because what I end up having to do is also I end up using my phone for the chat. So now using the phone for the chat, I can't use my phone really. So yeah, I got all my, I think it was like 20 auctions that ended. I got them all up for those postcards.
Well, I guess there's nobody there today.
Nobody where?
Oh,
to answer your question.
Yeah.
Maybe they've had so many people asking questions.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Everybody's scrambling, so they might be delayed. Or nobody there on a Sunday.
Yeah, Google Hangouts ending. I bet the other sites are going nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, did you see my screw up today?
What'd you do?
I sold a $5,000 pen for $160.
Wow.
How did you do that?
For $5,000?
Wow. I don't know. And I may never
No, I said,
know.
how did you do that?
He listed it.
I just listed it instead of putting it on auction.
Oh,
Were you intending on putting on auction and you just didn't do it right? Or
No, I thought I was pretty close to the top of the mark, but obviously not because it sold in like 5 seconds.
I appreciate the you putting it out there. If you could go ahead and ship that out right now, it'd be great. I'll tell you what, I'll give you back if it's a 5,000. I'll give it back to you for 2,500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I listed this pen right here
18.
for 160, and I thought that's pretty top of the mark for its age and everything. And it sold bam. I was like, oh, I probably didn't ask enough. And then so now I'm going to hear from Tara and Jim. Why didn't you put that at auction, you big dummy?
Hey, and they've already paid for it.
Huh?
Have they already paid for it?
Oh yeah.
I was about to say. I mean, if it's legitimately worth that much, is it worth taking the ding and canceling the order?
that's what I was about to say too.
Nah.
I don't know.
No, it's not worth that much anyways, probably. I feel like I was probably pretty close, but
I thought you said 5,000.
I did. I was teasing.
Oh, I was like, that'd be a no-brainer.
Was that Parker $200 pen?
No, I haven't listed it yet.
Oh, okay. Make sure you list that for more or do an auction. That would do
I'll
an
probably do an auction on this one.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
Craig, I picked up 17 pens yesterday at garage sale.
Wow. At one sale?
Yeah, for $60. And that one just sold for 160.
It looks like they either have 14 or 18 karat nibs on them.
Yeah, this one has 18 karat, and so does the one that I sold.
And and they're usually marked that way, aren't they?
Yeah, sure are.
So don't be afraid if you see a pen, open it up. Especially if it looks like that. It's what's the terminology for that?
That's a fine writing instrument.
Yeah, that's
So
my mind wants to say felt tip, but I know that's far from me and what that is. I know that's not right.
Is it a roller ball or is it a
it's an ink.
It's like a calligraphy style pen.
yeah,
fountain pen.
Fountain pen,
I couldn't think of what
fountain pen?
I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah,
either.
fountain pen.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Well, if we were having the challenge today, Todd would have gotten a point.
This one's got the plastic ink cartridge you shove up its butt. And
Mhm.
I wonder if the value. I assume the value is just in the gold because I'm sure that little piece is not.
no, with these, the value is in the name brand and the quality and the desirability.
Huh.
Look up Parker Duofold, Duofold, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
But if you see that style of pen, always open it up and check to see what kind. Because they do make them that have I assume they have a plated or a non-desirable nib on them, right?
Yeah, they've got the, how do you say that metal? Iridium.
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 They have those, but they also have the gold. Most of these were made with the 18 karat gold, but they did have the whatever.
That stuff.
Inertium nibs, but yeah. Don't walk by fountain pens, folks. Buy them all. They're just too much I mean, even if they aren't worth anything, you'll probably at least get your money back out of them. Just
Especially
if you see them.
Especially if you price them way below market value.
Yeah. Big dummy. Like Sanford and Son. Old
Yep.
Sanford was calling Lamont, big dummy.
Yep.
Yeah, I got lots of. This one's probably a $75 pen. I mean, you just never know what you're going to find at a garage sale.
Yep, that's very true.
I mean, you can go 2 solid days of garage sailing and not get hardly anything, and then bam, you got $500 worth of pens for $60.
It's the maximum 6 people.
Oh, that's it?
Is it 6 in the back?
And
total?
for it, there's 6, but 10 can be in the studio. It says, "Hey Thomas, it's 6 on the screen for both plans, but 10 can be in the studio."
So 3 and 3, and then 4 down at the bottom that
Right.
are off string. Which is, with Zoom, it was the 25. We found that limit.
Yeah.
They were still there, but they were just on.
I wonder if they populate in if somebody's not talking and somebody's talking off, in the waiting room.
No, I think if they're in the waiting room, the way I'm seeing it with this is you have to click on it to add them to the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, the person starting it probably has to add them, like Craig said.
Okay.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Now, is there a way to get around that? Let me think.
I don't know.
You could share a screen and have a Zoom meeting that you have on your screen running. I don't know how the sound would work.
Right.
Or do just a regular, like a Skype call or something. I'd be curious to see if all the sound would come through. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having cameras on the screen like there is now, everybody would go into a Facebook message group or something, and you share that screen. That'd be interesting to see that, because that's not going to have any limits.
Yeah, like Nikki said, but to add them, you'd have to kick someone to the curb if you wanted them added. And she said that that's not right. I wouldn't like that either.
Well, if somebody said, "I'll be back in a few minutes," then you could take them, you can move them out and move somebody else in.
Yeah, you could.
I think it's another one of those situations, like, just like eBay, Amazon, YouTube, whatever. Changes occur, and we have to make adjustments. And I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. You just got to adjust to what the situations are.
And I'm sure once Hangouts ends and people are going to start using, because I'm sure that people are still using Hangouts, and then probably not going to leave until the very end.
Right.
So there'll be, I'm sure these other streaming things, they'll probably upgrade or tweak things depending on what they think they would want, I guess.
All right, guys, I got to run.
Yeah, I do too. I just got the "how about start dinner" thing. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we've been here for like 3. Well, I've been here for 3.5 hours.
All right. See you later.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, Craig.
I might kick one off later on this evening if y'all are available.
Yeah, I'll be available.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Bye.
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 All right. I'm leaving the studio.
Okie dokie.
Tom.
Oh, he already left. I'm going to shut this down, Todd, because I've been here for 3 hours and 35 minutes. So everybody have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Hi, Turtle Trader. Gotta go, though. All right, bye, guys.